Transition.
Here we are. We're live. We're live.
Transition. What's up? Welcome to
folks.
Fright Night Friday. Going into the Halloween season with Curse of Strahd. Oh, okay, that was too much. What's going on, everyone?
Friday.
Fright Night Friday.
Did we want to do a Halloween one-shot this year? Just now that you're saying something about it?
A Halloween 12 shot, you mean?
Oh, right. Like last year, 12.
Like last year.
Hey, Stranger Things was fun. Lasted a
That
whole
was a fun one.
It was. It's possible. Curse of Strahd is pretty good for a Halloween themed adventure, but it's totally plausible. Might throw something into the IMAX deal to spin that story more into a whatchamacallit, as you're finishing up the one module.
Maybe IMAG in the group will get sucked into Barovia for Halloween.
Oh, hey!
No, I didn't want it to rain in both campaigns.
Oh, it's gonna rain in
It-
Forgotten
it-
Realms.
it's already raining.
It's already planned. It's already written.
Maybe IMAG in the group will get pulled to the windmill.
Not the windmill. We're afraid
Or
of
the
the
death
windmill.
house.
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys tiptoed around the windmill. That's the thing. So maybe
We could always go back and check it out.
I liked the death house.
If we ever get 4 minutes of peace in Barovia.
Yeah.
What are you saying? What do you say? What are you trying to say, anyways?
Barovia's a little hectic, I have to say. I mean,
It is.
It is.
It is constant something.
it is. It's a constant something. Not much downtime in Barovia.
Not much. No safe havens, really.
Wouldn't matter anyway. We don't have anything to do with our downtime. Nobody.
Well, it is a little bit of a mystery. It is a little bit of mystery. Some talking, some showing some evidence or facts to figure out your next moves type thing. There is always that plausibility.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't throw a Strahd attacking you in the middle of the night and you guys lock yourselves in a tent again, which was awesome.
Well, we only we did what we had to do.
You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do. Facing Strahd. I know he's an intimidating character. You haven't seen him in a while. Interesting. Interesting.
We saw him. Okay, so when was the last time we actually saw Strahd? Was when he made the Ent, right?
He attacked Valaki.
No, that was Druids. We didn't actually see Strahd then. When he attacked
Valaki.
Strahd was at the Druids.
Strahd was at the Druids. You're right. Yeah.
He raised some folks and was looking off into the distance at a distant city that was in the it was a fog bank essentially.
Do we know where that city is? Do we know that city?
No? Not yet.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was like Prezek or whatever.
Nah. It's something familiar to Strahd and to the land, but you haven't made a connection yet.
And then
he attacked Valaki.
Oh right, he did attack Valaki.
Looking for something.
Well, no, he was looking for Irina or whatever, right? Is that her name? I'm really bad with NPC names.
Irina. Yep.
Irina? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for Irina, but she was busy.
She was at a different place.
Yeah, she was somewhere else.
So everyone's having a great week. It's been kind of hectic around my way. I got a hectic weekend coming up too, I think. And within 2 weeks here, I'll be doing some extra overtime at work, so that's gonna really put some hamper on some things. So we'll get through it. I hope you all enjoyed the last 2 streams, which is IMAX Tale, and as well as the NPC creation thing they did last night, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Great map, by the way, came out of that. So that was cool.
It's up on the Imgur in the link tree.
In the Imgur, was exclamation point links is the thing, I think.
Exclamation links. There's also a link panel down below on the page here, along with a map panel. So if you click on the maps panel, it'll take you right to the Imgur site.
There you go. So I hope for more of that. I mean, despite the fact we didn't run water deep, but that is an awesome activity for folks to get involved in and help us build.
We were all pretty shot last night, so it was Corgi was tired, Bully was a little unprepared, and I could use a night off. So it was all good.
Oh yeah. I hope for more of those because it's a little chat activity. Because sometimes we get lost in the world that we're describing and playing. We try to get chat involved a little bit, but it's tough. It's tough when you're trying to create the mood and in the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So very, very tough. So it's getting 18 after. I think I'm going to go ahead and start the recap. Unfortunately, there is no Zephyr tonight, aka Corgi. She is off, I believe, camping. I think she said she was going to. So I'm quite jealous. So maybe maybe kind of a little upset and mad. Maybe I might kill a character. I don't know. See how that goes. But I hope she's having fun. And I know she's going to come back and listen to this. So we'll take good care of Zephyr. She won't get kidnapped or anything.
We'll take care of Zephyr. Whether or not it's good, we'll see.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to try to do this and the music at the same time as I transition into the environment. But let's go back to our recap. What happened last week? If you remember, you just kind of wrapped up with the Burgermeister's mansion there with the little rebellion that happened, and got what you needed. But one of the things you got was the Strahd's journal. So as you read through that Strahd's journal, it confirms all the stories that they had heard to this point. They decided the next move will be to escort Lady Anna back to Krez. On the road, they find a black skeleton rider holding the lantern. Anna tells them that's one of those who died in the fall, cursed forever to search for a way out. As you continued on, they finally reach Krez to take Anna home. They are invited to stay the night at the Burgermaster's house. When they sit down to eat, they hear a knock at the door. It is the abbot, who asked about the bridal dress. Disappointed in their answer, as they tell him no, they couldn't get it. He tells them they have till sundown to get the dress, and Dimitri is concerned that no one has ever dared to anger the abbot. They feel it's time to investigate the suspicious abbot on the hill. So as they attempt to sneak through a rusted gate, a screeches of it betrays them. And two short creatures that look like mixtures of humanoids and animals came out to see what is happening. Darnock and Tok tell them that they are here to see the abbot. The donkey-faced creature introduces himself as Otto, and his reptile companion is Siegfried. He also explains to them that they are mongrel folk. Otto escorts them to the inside to speak with the abbot, as Zephyr and Nim stay hidden outside the walls. The abbot greets them with a woman named Vashkia. Whew, that's tough. Wearing a tattered dress. Upon closer expression, they see what looks like seams in her flesh, like she's been sewn together. The abbot tells them that the white gown is for her wedding to Strahd, the bride-to-be. He is hoping that giving Strahd the bride, as he desperately wishes for, that he can rid the curse of this land. They ask if he will raise the boy without the dress, with the promise that he will bring them one. And he says that he will think about it and will let them know when it comes to the house at sundown. They excuse himself and return to the Burgermeister with the news. If the abbot shows good faith, they decided to give him the dress, but don't want to appear suspicious to the Burgermaster. To avoid any issues, they disappear, pretending to look for the dress until sundown. And when the abbot arrives, he tells him that he will raise the boy without the dress. After he does, Zephyr gives him the dress he was holding the entire time, guys. But knows to everybody. They determined that the next course of action is to meet up with Van Richten at the tower. And on the path, excuse me, on the path there, they had a run-in with 3 large humans yelling "Die, cultists!" with large axes, and they are able to easily deal with them and continue on to the tower on the banks of Lake Baratuk. And that's where we come in this session, as you follow the road to the lakes Baratuk. Of course, you know it is raining. Why? Because it's always raining.
Always raining in Barovia. Always.
In Barovia. As I get my sound effects rolling here. What's up, Shogun? Good to see us. Curse of Strahd Friday. Fright Night Friday. Curse of Strahd Friday.
Woo, woo.
However you wish to call it. Yes, as you make your way to the tower. Let me get the map up. Shoot, shoot.
This is not good.
As you finish your travel, unfortunately Zephyr's not here, so I'll try my best to play her and not kill her. As you finish your combat with the easily beatable berserkers, you approach the tower. Salvic woods have swallowed up the road that once lead to the tower. Now only a wide dirt trail remains. And you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across to a lake. Across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old, decrepit, with collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop a buttress that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-top wagon spattered with mud. The tower stands roughly about 80 feet tall, from what you can tell. It has roughly looks like 4 levels. You can tell this by the arrow slits in the second, third, and fourth floors. Slits are about 6, what you can tell, about 6 inches wide, 3 feet tall. Tower's upmost level overhangs the levels below it and has a window box in addition to arrow slits. With Miss Malty Griffins atop the buttress. There. But you see as you approach. Time is yours.
You said it looks like no one's there? Or is there somebody
There's
that's
a
there?
wagon. There's a wagon parked there.
Okay. But there are no lights in any of the arrow slits?
No.
Okay.
The wagon. Does the wagon appear to be what's his name from Valaki?
As you approach the walkway, from this distance it's hard to tell, but as you approach a little closer, it looks similar, but different.
Okay.
Different color, roof.
The guy
Okay.
with the tiger is the one I'm talking about. I can't remember his name now. The guy that was at the.
Yeah, Ridico, I think, or Rudolph.
Is it Rudolph? Rudolph, yeah.
Rudolph. But I think you found out after the tiger that he is Von Richten.
On
Oh, that's right.
Richten?
Yeah. Von Richten. Yep. That's right.
The car is similar, but different color roof and things like that nature. I think the Richten or the Rudolph one at Valaki had a red roof. This one has a purple.
Okay.
Funny enough, it's very similar to Vistani's wagon. Both, as you made a connection. Both theirs looks very similar to what you see in Vistani camps.
I guess I'll mention that to Tarnok, that I wonder if that's Von Richten from Valaki,
It
or
could have
just
been.
another Vistani.
Could be. could also be. It looks different. It looks different than Von Richten's, but it looks of Vistani make. Is that what you said?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think it's Von Richten, but it could be Vistani.
Here's a great picture. See if I can bring it in.
How far away from the tower are we?
100 yards. He said the that strip of land was 100 yards.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Do you think we should approach? Hey, there's somebody here. Oh,
yeah, I would approach with caution.
That's not good. We gotta.
All right, I got him.
Thank you for that. Silly bot.
Taylor, turn it down.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
The picture coming in is kind of what you're picturing.
Oh, it's. I'm zoomed in.
Ooh, that didn't come out right, did it?
I didn't see it at all. So. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Your visual.
Let's head on in a little carefully, I guess.
Oh, okay, so we're there. Sorry, I had a personal thing, or Girl Scout thing to take care of.
No problem. No problem.
Understand.
Yeah, I got parade tomorrow. Hey.
Yeah, we got a lot of banning going on in chat from these bots, so that's what's kind of taking our attention at the moment. Sorry, guys, got to take care of that stuff.
Yeah, Rictavio was his name. Rictavio was actually Rudolph von Richten.
Mm-hmm.
Had to find the pad. I need color-coded pads. Takes me too long to find my notes.
Okay.
Right.
Let's head our way in carefully, I guess. That is where we're headed, right? We are going in.
Yeah, I would suggest approaching with caution.
I always approach with caution.
We have a map of what it looks
Well,
like or something?
like 30% of the time, I approach with caution.
What'd you say? Do we have a map?
We have a map or something, or like is this what
all we have is the large map of Barovia that we're looking at.
And then
Do you not see the map?
And then the image of the tower.
Yeah, but I mean we're at the towers. I mean, is there a map?
We're not in the tower yet. We haven't approached the tower yet.
We're a ways away from the tower. Well, it
and
looks
now,
like we're
now the screen's going black.
You,
I'm
you're gonna make a
blind.
liar
Oh no,
out of
Talk
us.
is blind.
So there is a map. I was waiting for you guys to cross, what you did. You crossed the stone pathway, or dirt pathway that goes across into the water, because this thing sits in a little flat land in the middle of this lake, if you will, or not necessarily in the middle, but out in the lake area. And this is what you see when you approach and you look more closer to the wagon. It's in front. Under the layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint.
Ew.
Its wheels have fancy gold trim. Brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from it with a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out." Said very slow, like that.
It's said very slow.
It's written slowly.
Mhm.
Got you. It's got extra letters.
Right. Dot. Yeah.
So
Check gremlins, yes.
is the keep out on the cart or on the house?
Hanging on the back door of the cart.
Okay. Well, obviously we should go knock on the cart.
Investigate the cart.
Well, there's a padlock on the outside of the cart, so I don't assume that anyone in there would be able to open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Not inside. I
Never
wonder
mind.
what's in there.
Let's just looking around the cart. We don't see anything from the outside. If you like walk around it real quick.
Yeah, I'll investigate the cart.
All right. Nim says it. Well, all three of you. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Okay, hold on.
A 10. Is that good?
Don't know.
I see everything.
I don't even have my character sheet open.
Fireflies. Lightning bugs.
Fireflies. I see lightning bugs. We're in a marsh. I see gnats.
Oh, hold on. I got a dog in my lap. I'm sorry. What am I rolling now?
Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Stop moving. 23.
It's a wagon.
Yep, it's a wagon, all right. With the 23, Nim happens to notice under the underbelly seems to be a trap door.
Oh.
Well, darn.
Hey Nim, does it look like it'll open from the outside or the inside?
I don't know. Wouldn't that be in part of the investigation?
Yeah.
So who wants to go,
What was the question?
Does it look like does the trapdoor look like you can open it from the outside?
Yes.
Why don't you check and see if you can find anything in that wagon?
My goodness.
By sneaking in through the trapdoor from underneath. We'll keep an eye out.
Sure.
I mean, I got a 6. I'm doing fine. Perfect.
I mean, the other option is if someone keeps an eye on the trap door, I'll bang on the back door and see if anybody tries to make an exit.
You said,
Well,
like
nobody,
you said,
oh.
it's locked from the outside. It's not. Nobody's gonna be able to come in.
Well, if they can exit the trap door from inside.
Right. But if you can get in from underneath without having to go through this back door.
Okay, very well.
Oh my goodness. How about how can I investigate how it opened?
Well, I already said it opens up from the
Okay,
out.
but
Does it,
yeah, from the out, as in like
There's a handle there. You can pull it
okay.
and open it up.
So I'm gonna do this. Lord knows what's down there, in there, if anything. I'm gonna take some string. I'm gonna attach it to the handle, and I'm gonna get out from underneath of there. And I'm just gonna
Okay.
slowly pull it open.
All right, sleight of hand. As you tie the string knot around the door handle.
Quietly.
Quiet.
24.
Okay. You tie your string around the handle. Crawl out from underneath of it, pulling string with you.
I'm not underneath. I'm out from underneath. I'm on the side of it now.
Okay. Yep.
And it's creaking. Yeah, I'm pulling. It's creaking open, I guess. I'm pulling it slowly.
Yep. Go ahead, do another sleight of hand as you pull.
24.
yes.
All right. Pull the string taut, and then you just kind of slowly pull a little bit. Door handle turns. Trap door flops down very quietly. It's hard to hear with the rain and the wind. It is open.
The back door flops down?
The trapdoor.
Trapdoor.
Oh, okay.
Door.
All right.
Well, darn.
That's good. Now just poke your head in and find out what's in there.
How would you go poke your head?
I should notice that as the other
Fine.
two Tarnok are walking around, besides the fireflies, you're catching a bunch of wolf tracks. Circling the wagon, circling the tower, in the mud, things of that nature. Some look old, some look fresh.
Oh.
Do they look like they go into the back door of the trailer?
No.
Okay, just making sure that I'm not gonna stick my head in there and there's gonna be 3 wolves sitting in there.
No. Some of the tracks look like they turn into human footprints.
Does the outside of the tower look like it has any damage on it, like the Burgermeister's house in Barovia?
No, just age.
Just age. Okay.
But looks pretty much intact.
Okay, so I'm gonna. You don't want to stick your head in there, Nim?
No.
Fine, I'll stick my head in
Unless
there.
unless you're gonna grab me by my leg, I says yup, you're gonna yip me out there.
All right, hop on out of the way, and I'll climb under, and I'll see what it's all about. So I climb underneath.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb underneath the cart.
Okay.
Watch my 6, and I'm gonna climb
Got
underneath.
Isn't that what I just said? But in other words.
And I poke my head up into the hole.
All right. You see a well-furnished wagon. You got, as you pick your head up, you got a bed to the behind you. And you got a chest, a wooden trunk to the right side of it. Bird cages, dressers. I'll show you this. This is kind of what you've seen. I don't want to give the name out though.
Okay. Looking around, is there anything living in here? Okay.
That's what you see inside. The interior wagon is pretty well furnished. You got a wooden chest, trunk covered with claw marks. You got a bed. You got a little, looks like a little dove birdcage there.
Okay. Okay.
A narrow wardrobe. Some you see different kits. You see a climber's kit, disguise kits, some healer's kits, and some poison kits kind of laid up on a shelf. Golden string laid on the shelf.
Are you going in
sculpted
there?
wooden cage holding a chicken.
I am in there. I'm in the doorway.
Okay, well I'm coming in. if it's clear, I'm coming in.
I'm in the doorway.
Min's coming up. You
I'm
see
in
a
the door.
sculpted.
All right.
You see a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken with a silver ewer with 5 chicken eggs in it. A tiny wooden box. And a set of copper pots and pans. And 3 sets of manacles, which I believe are eyeglasses. A shovel.
No,
Another
manacles,
little small wooden
manacles
chest.
manacles are
Like handcuffs.
handcuffs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ah, you're right. Jeez. A wooden chest. Another wooden chest, a little one. You see 2 scrolls rolled up on the shelf. As well as what looks to be, as you're peeking through, what looks to be on one of the walls, the map of Barovia with notes on it that's showing almost the locations, all locations of Barovia.
Okay.
And a charred page looking like some notes.
Who has our map?
That would be Balpier.
Oh fuck. Never mind then. I was gonna say let's add these points to our map. Okay.
Fair enough. Let's say he dropped that. That's a good point. That was kind of a thing that had to happen.
We managed to get another map from somebody, maybe at the winery.
That's right. He drew it out for you, I think.
Yeah, he drew it out for us. It wasn't as detailed as the one that we had, but it was a map of Barovia that we got from him.
There's your wagon, by the way.
Which I think Zephyr has that. So.
I'm looking at the wagon. Okay, so let's
So I'll use the Barovia map, and I'll undo all the notes that you see. But it's in the aisle seats over there.
Okay. So, well, Nim, I don't know whose this is or whether or not we should be stealing from it. Though it's good to know we can get in here.
So do you want to like sneak back out and then go check the tower, and then go from there?
Well, we could, but check and see if you can open the big chest.
The big chest?
Yeah, there's a big chest in here.
Okay, I'm trying.
All right, it's not locked, and it does open up. And inside of it holds a battle axe and a flail, a morning star, a light crossbow with 10 silvered crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, somebody's definitely well armed anyway.
I am tempted to snatch. I want to snatch.
I clearly understand. I would actually like to take a few of these magic items that we have sitting around here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I see a poisoner's kit. I see a healer's kit. I mean, I see a wooden box with cards. Oh, I'm thinking it's a wow. Holy
yeah, but
cow.
it could be a fellow hunter of some kind. I don't
see this. You see this torn page, just charred. Looks like it's trying to been burnt. With some writing on it.
You're gonna make me read.
I'm reading. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. Hero, I am named in some circles. Sage and master hunter, I am called in others. I have survived countless supernatural assaults, is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing among my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive effort to destroy a vampire that murdered my child, and it has become for me a tedious and bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today, I am a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful... I don't know, is it lich or like or leak?
Lich.
L-I-C-H. Okay. I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness, and, seemingly, must now endure for all eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts and torments me in my dreams. I expect that those who think me a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal, here and now, that I have been the indirect yet certain cause of many deaths, and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with a devastating realization. I now see I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically, the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it. Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related the tragic story of how my only child, Erasmus, was taken by Vistani and sold to a vampire. I explained how, hopefully I'm saying that right, Erasmus was made a minion of the Night Stalker, and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnappers across the land, or how I extracted Erasmus's whereabouts from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening. I lost it. Hold on.
Member of their tribe one evening and insisted that I treat him, but I was unable to save the young man's life.
Okay.
In fear of their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, of which I knew nothing. To my lasting astonishment, they chose to superstitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I realized what had occurred, they were already an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason, I strapped the body of the dead young man to my horse and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before me without seeking shelter from the night. Shortly after darkness fell, I was beset by undead that would have slain me had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life, for reasons that I do not completely understand. He somehow detected me, and his powerful magic took control of a pack of zombies that wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of the dead things and placed a magic ward against the undead on me. Then animated the dead Vistani and bade it to tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers, and my unwelcome entourage included a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me, thanks to the Lich Ward. When I found the caravan, I threatened to set the zombies on the Vistani, unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to the vampire, Baron Midas. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies, and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story has not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, live you always among monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws. Even now, so many years later, I can hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end his curse, which I did with a heavy heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept until an insatiate desire for vengeance filled the bottomless rift in my heart. That's the end of it.
Wow.
Well,
Talk read all that from outside the wagon.
you did a good job. Well, at least I guess we know whose wagon this is.
I was actually reading it from the paper.
Oh, the whole paragraph right up below.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You were reading
I
the
couldn't
cursive? You were reading the
move
calligraphy?
it.
Oh,
Yeah, it
man.
was. Yes, I
Cheers
can
to
read
that.
You did really well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes in handy when you actually kind of do it in drawing wise. So I have to know what it reads, what it says.
Okay. Well.
Wow.
So at least we know that this is an ally then. There's probably an ally. It's probably Ripton with inside. So.
Well, he's not here. So what? Inside the tower?
Yeah, inside the tower. I guess we probably shouldn't steal from him outright.
Yeah, that won't be the right thing to do.
At least, unless we want to make him an enemy right away.
Right. I think there's a warning in there though. But those that he gets close to or gets close to him end up cursed too, or something like that.
Well, yeah, he's a.
So the question is like close to, as in close to the heart, or close to the vicinity.
I think he has. I think he has a blood curse that he can pass on of some kind.
So those who surround me have fallen victim to it.
Yes. He may not be
Yeah,
able
it's
to
meant
control
more.
himself. I believe.
It's meant for who's
Okay, hold on a second.
in. You go ahead.
Let me just.
We'll get tripped up on that little terminology. Go ahead.
Okay, with a 22, am I putting together what his curse is? Do I understand what his curse is?
Well, 22, yeah.
Okay.
You get an idea.
So I believe he's cursed with some sort of lycanthropy. There was some footprints outside of wolves.
Oh, a
and
wolf being
humans.
turned into a wolf.
So
It took
I
me a few
believe he
minutes.
might be. Yeah, I believe he might be a werewolf. And the curse that he can pass on would be if he can't control himself. I mean, as long as we're careful, I believe we could be okay. Whether or not he can be fully trusted,
That's a whole different story.
that's a whole different story. But he is the closest thing to an ally we have against the evils of Barovia. So, why don't you head on out of here, and I'll follow you out.
Wait, do I hear anything going on outside first?
No.
Okay.
Just Tarnock sighing and impatiently waiting while you two are inside.
I'm just standing out here waiting for you guys.
Tak and Zephyr are both standing out there.
Yep, talking Zephyr. We're just sitting
Okay.
out here.
I'm out. I'm out. I came out.
All right, after she leaves, I take the 2 scrolls, and then I leave. I just put them in my pocket and leave.
Yep. They are actually labeled.
Okay, but I don't know what they are. You can tell me later.
And you stole something anyway.
I took
noted.
the scrolls. I just took the scrolls.
Just note it. One is a major image, and the other one's a remove curse.
Okay.
They're actually labeled.
Oh, they're written right on them. Okay.
Yeah, there's like a yeah. There's identifying marks on them that I told you.
What were they?
Major image and remove curse.
Okay. All right.
Because there's things in that trailer that I want.
I know. Me too.
I mean, I am a rogue, and on top of that, I am a specific type of rogue, and I'm itching. My hands are itching.
I should, as you guys are getting ready to head out, you notice that the back door, the inside, the handle of the door has a wire looped around it. And as you follow that wire, it's connected to a flask. Inside that flask is labeled Alchemist Fire, hanging from the wagon's ceiling. You perceive that when the door would have been opened, the flask falls and explodes, knowing your knowledge of
Nice.
Alchemist Fire.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's good.
Igniting more than 100 more flasks. Igniting 100 more flasks of Alchemist Fire that dangle from wires like ornaments among the wagon's interior as you're looking around. They're not lights. They're not ornaments. They're more Alchemist Fire. This would have been a huge explosion.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go through the door. Let's head on out before we get in trouble. And well, I'm already out. Everybody's out. I'm leaving.
I'm gonna ask you what you learned. Did you learn anything in there?
Yeah, don't open up the back door.
Yeah. The back door is trapped with Alchemist Fire, but I believe the cart belongs to Von Richten, and so he must be inside. But as well as that, we also seem to find that he's probably some form of lycanthrope. I don't know if we knew that already. Probably not.
He might be a wolf.
What's that?
He's a werewolf. So we know that. We know he's a werewolf now.
Oh, the tracks in the banner. That reminds me. Which ones are fresh?
They're all it's mixed. It's just wolf tracks and human tracks. Some of them are fresh and some of them are old.
Can I investigate, see which ones are fresh and tracking wise?
They're all fresh. They're all fresh. They're all old. But there's
Yeah,
many of them.
No, I'm just wondering
It
if
appears
the
to be more
feet-
than just one being, right? Is what you're saying when you say there's many of them?
Right. It's like almost
Yeah.
if you will, a pack of 10,
like a pack.
possibly 12.
Okay.
and they go into the tower.
They're all around the tower, all around the wagon, but nothing really walking into the tower from the front door.
So no muddy footprints going into the tower.
No.
Okay. No footprints or paw prints.
Correct.
Okay.
And even trying to investigate old versus fresh, from the human prints to wolf prints, they're all mixed. There's some older ones that are wolf. That looks like the wolf was walking and became human. But there's some fresh ones as well. You're getting this gist here of the scenery you're looking at. These are a pack of quote unquote werewolves. What's your 20, Tarnok? You do remember Madame Eva talking about the Vistani curse that can happen to an individual.
Oh, right.
There is a connection that just anybody around Van Helsing, Van Richten. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, correct her.
Van Richten will probably die from unnatural causes from the Vistani curse. You do make that connection with Madame Eva.
So you could just die from being near him.
Right, just to clarify, Zephyr, being the monster hunter that she is, will clarify the only way you can become a werewolf is if you get bitten by a werewolf.
Right.
It doesn't happen by a curse.
Well, it could be considered a curse.
It could be considered a curse in a figurative meaning. It's a blood disease.
Well, right, yeah, that's right, but yeah.
With your 20, I don't want you chasing the wild turkey here. He's not a werewolf.
Oh, he's not a werewolf? Oh.
I can see why you made a connection, and I wanted to correct that with your 20. I could have let you thought it if you rolled a very lower number, but with that 20, you are making more of the connection of the Vistani curse, given the details that was in the letter.
Okay. I got mixed up.
It's a Vistani curse, but he's not werewolf.
No, that requires to be bit by one. It's a blood thing.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, what? Huh?
Yeah, no, from what I got from reading his journal, out of character, it's not so much that he's cursed to be a werewolf, but he's cursed that everyone around him will
die. Yes.
Will die from the beasts. Right, he's cursed to live amongst the monsters and the undead and everything else, and that everyone close to him or around him will come to an end by their claws.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not so much that he does the killing; it's just that
Okay. See, I just going.
It's a good connection. Given you're right, it's a good connection, but I wasn't chasing down that too much. Especially with your 20 there, so I'll give you a little bit there. And Zephyr's kind of like, no, that's a blood curse, unless you got bitten by one. This is more talking about the Vistani, especially the early women, which were some called like witches, if you will, have the ability to curse. And that's what they're talking about because of what happened to those particular Vistanis. Her last breath cursed them. Or did they? That's what he perceives in the journal.
Okay.
The prints are another plot point that I introduced. I don't want you to get confused into.
No, it's fine.
Actually, I'm curious about going back in the wagon and disengaging those bottles, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to without setting something off. I'm guessing they're all connected to each other.
Yeah,
You can give it a shot if you would like to. But
Yeah, but I'm afraid that
I'm gonna go
if
away.
we go into this building and all these guys come after us, I'm like, we're not gonna be able to get back into that thing in time to go grab anything.
Okay, if we wanna run away, and we want a escape route, can I hook a rope to the door and then bring the rope to over by the entrance bridge thing. So as we run away, pull the rope.
If that's the
Trying to
case,
blow it
I'm
up?
gonna call my back up
Huh?
in there. I'm gonna go grab my
I
stuff.
don't
are
know.
you
She wants a backup plan if we want to
Okay,
run away.
All right.
Oh no,
Are
not to
you-
run away.
Are you
I'm gonna go grab
suggesting?
stuff before we run away.
Are you suggesting tying a rope to the back door of the trailer
Yeah.
and yanking it open like a
No.
landmine, like a claymore?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But if we're running away, not right now.
No, I understand because you say you want to run the. Okay, but the trailer, the rear door to the trailer is locked, so Nim would have to pick the lock
Oh, you'd have to
and
pick
get the lock
first.
off of it.
Okay, never mind. Let's just go in. We're not really probably gonna end up running away very fast anyway, or maybe
I
we
don't
will.
run away.
What do
I
I
don't
know?
run away from anything.
Okay, let's go find out what's going on with the tower,
Run
right?
away from anything.
All right. As Nim approaches the tower door, the tower door is made of iron, with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol. Connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is the word Kazan, and this is the tower door. Show you. That there's figures mounted in a circle, lines going in between them.
Is that Arcana?
You asking me off the table or on the table?
Well, my intelligence is Arcana.
Huh?
So are you metagaming or are you asking in character?
No, in character.
You get the roll for it.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. It's 17.
What's your roll for 17?
Arcana.
You're unable to determine. You've never seen this design before.
Can anybody else tell what it is?
I don't know anything about magic.
Oh, what's my other thing?
I mean, I do kind of actually. We've never seen anything like this before. But does it look magical of any kind? Does it look magical? You want me to roll?
Well,
Or
I
not?
also read. I also speak,
knock on the
read,
door.
and write abyssal. So
You
I'm
can't
trying to figure out
really,
what it is.
you can't really say something looks to be magical. You have to use a detect magic spell, and you don't have that ability. So I'm trying
right.
No, I'm not trying to detect. I'm trying to find out what language it is.
Yeah, like there's runes on it.
Yeah.
All right, fair. So I'll give you that with a 17. These are not runes.
Okay.
Is it a language?
It doesn't appear to be a language that you would know.
Not abyssal either, right? I'm just asking in case you don't know.
No.
Okay.
It looks like a stick figure going clockwise around.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Well,
kind
it's
of
not-
does, doesn't it? So you do the hokey pokey. You gotta go stand.
Yeah,
like
right?
This, and then you stand like this, and then you stand like this.
Oh,
Hey Zephyr, can you detect magic?
You do the hokey pokey, and it'll open the door.
Go ahead, Tar Knock.
I was gonna say it looks like a. It looks like an instruction,
It does, doesn't it?
but do you?
But to what?
Well,
Instruction to what?
Well, it could be an instruction to open the door. It could be some kind of a ward to open the door. But the question is do you follow it around the clock face or do you follow the line?
Oh, I would follow the line.
Do you start at 3 o'clock and go,
Oh.
zigzag, zigzag, zigzag all the way around until you get to 11 o'clock? Or do you start at 11 o'clock and zigzag, zigzag until you get to 3 o'clock? Like that would
you're supposed to do a little dance.
That would be the question.
You gotta do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Go ahead and try, Tarnock, since you were so eager to dance your little heart away.
All right, I'll give it a shot. So I follow from 3 to 11.
Keep it slow for me. No, you guys do it. I want to watch you.
Oh, I gotta actually do it. Is it down? It's down. It's out. It's down like this. Down. Both arms are down. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And then the rest of your side.
If you start at 3 o'clock, then it's like out. Then it's like 1 up and 1 down. And then
Looks like
both up, and then both down, and then out again, and then 1 up, 1 down the other way, and then both up. That's till 11. I'm all the way around now. Did it work anything? I did the hokey pokey. Turned myself around. All right. Did it do anything, Avalanche?
I wonder if he's cracking up.
He's just
he's probably clipping it.
Stop clipping it and answer me, DM.
Make sure you clip that at 1 hour and 7 minutes as Tarnock does the hokey pokey and turns himself around.
It's fine.
A blue dragon
Macarena, you just
magically appears within 30 feet of the door. Seriously. There's a blue dragon now perched 30 feet from the door.
What?
You don't see the map? Oh, you have things covering it.
Get rid of the handouts on your map.
Oh crap!
Excuse me?
As Tarnock was dancing around, jumping around, you hear a click. The dragon magically materializes as it huffs. It's a breath weapon, by the way. As it huffs. And,
Wrong character!
and as it's getting ready to shoot out lightning, it evaporates and the door opens.
I dislike you very much, DM.
You lucky you did that in order.
Woohoo!
Apparently you solved the puzzle, Tarnock.
Well, hot damn. I'm a good dancer. Now let's hope there isn't like some werewolf in here that's gonna eat my face.
Eat your face? What? Nah.
Oh my, it looks a mess in there.
I'm gonna go in.
Right.
Is there
Rotten wood beams support the scaffolding which groans and creaks. Am I reading the wrong one? I am reading the wrong one. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris. A few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower's vestibule, whatever that is. I actually don't know what that is.
That's the
cool.
opening section right there next to the door.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chain that stretches up through a similarly sized hole in the rotten wood ceiling. And next to these chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Are they doing the hokey pokey?
Okay, so
No.
remind me again why we came to this tower. My mind just went blank.
That's a good read.
Why are we
That's a
here?
good thing to remind me. Why are we at the tower? Somebody needed us to go here.
As Tarnok walks into the tower, the clay statues come to life.
Uh oh. Thanks, Tarnok.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you see, Tarnok?
I didn't touch anything.
4 golems come to life. The movement being jerky, but they are lowering the chain as an elevator comes down to the indentation in the floor. They stop. Once it lowers.
Zephyr's probably yelling, "Don't touch anything in there!"
What did you touch?
I didn't. I promise I didn't.
I need that sound effect. I'm about to clip that.
Okay.
Who touched something?
These statues came to life and just lowered down the floor. We could take it to the upper floors of the building. Would you like to go?
Is it continuing to go?
Looking around the room, there's nothing of value in here, right? Everything seems.
I wonder what's in his crates, though. I'm investigating the ramp around the side or whatever this wood is.
It's like a ladder goes up to some scaffolding.
Okay. That is rotten wooded beams support the scaffolding, which groans and creaks with the slightest breeze. A series of ladders and platforms lead to a hole in the northwest wall on the 3rd floor.
Okay, so I want to kind of climb up it quietly.
How much you weigh?
1,000 pounds.
I'm high elf.
So 6,000 pounds.
Oh, and I speak Abyssal, Common, Elvish, and Thieves.
Yep.
94 pounds.
Okay. And you want to do what now?
Quietly climb up. And I'm investigating for traps as I go. And any weaknesses in the wood.
Alright, give perception and give me your stealth.
Stealth. Perception.
But to read it out to me.
Stealth is a crit, and perception is a 9. But I thought that's when you have to perceive something. I'm just asking.
I mean, you could investigate but you're doing a general perception more than because you want to look at the boards, you want to look at the thing. I'm not going to investigate every single one, so I'll just do a kind of perception, what you catch on as you're walking up. Then you find something of interest, and then you can investigate that. You know what I mean? You keep going up, very slowly, very quietly, as Tarnok and Zephyr and Doc are contemplating getting on the elevator. Come to the 3rd floor where the hole was.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the 3rd floor? You guys wanna go?
Sure.
Alright, up we go.
This, I didn't tell them that this is weak.
Scroll up the map. You'll see the 3rd floor there.
Yeah.
As you look into the 3rd floor, then time and the elements have all but destroyed the chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall.
I can't see. Hold on.
You had to scroll up.
I'm trying
to.
How
much you weigh?
I see it. Okay.
How much do I weigh?
Yep.
A lot. He's Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Time and elements
I have
this is what
280 listed.
Okay. This is what Nim sees as you got to the 3rd floor. The time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall. It's slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floors completely rotted and have begun to fall away in places. As Talk start climbing the scaffold.
No, I was going up the elevator.
Ah, you going up the elevator with Talk?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Tarnak?
Tarnak, me, and Zephyr were going up the elevator, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so what else? Is that all I see?
All you see. Tarnak and Talk and Zephyr are standing in the elevator as the golems are in statue form, not moving.
Oh, so I gotta do the hokey pokey again?
Okay, so I'm going to. I want to. Can I visually investigate the room, or that it doesn't matter? There's nothing else.
I describe it. Anything of interest that you want to look at, you can investigate, yes.
I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll just turn back around and go down because I don't know. I mean, my investigation is higher than perception, so I don't know what to investigate.
You're misunderstanding the use of perception and investigation. Perceive is to perceive. Something catches your eye. And then you want to investigate what that was. Right? You just can't investigate the entire 3 acres of this tower. Right?
Whenever you said I said that I wanted to investigate the wood going up to see if there's any weak points and any traps on it. I was specific.
Right, so I said there are rotting beams are supporting it, and it groans and creaks.
Okay, so then I wanted to go up of it.
Right,
if that was investigation, that was my results, and I was going to go up it cautiously.
You did, and you went up, and I described the third floor.
So then I'm on the third floor,
he told you what was in the third floor when you looked through the window, or the hole in the wall.
Yeah, some type of slimy stuff on the wall, and the floor is weak, so there's really nothing else to investigate.
Right, there's a hole in it. There's slimy black mildew on the walls, almost like a little moss too. Because basically the time and elements have all destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and a slimy black mildew on the walls, and the wooden floor completely rotted away and is beginning to fall in places.
Cast see invisibility.
You want to cast see invisibility?
Yeah.
You say your words for cast invisibility. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Like nothing happens.
Whoa, that's a big deal.
The normal effect that usually happens, whatever you want to flavor that gives you sight. Nothing happens.
All creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent if there's anything there.
Right, but
correct.
But the magic didn't work.
Yeah, nothing happened.
The magic didn't.
Nothing happened. There was no glitter from your fingers, no however you want to describe it and flavor it. Nothing happened.
You just burned a spell. That's not great.
No,
you didn't even burn a spell.
Huh?
In other words, no magic
I'll
can
be fair there. You didn't even burn a spell. Nothing happened.
Wow.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Let's go back down to Tarnak and talk to this particular puzzle.
Yeah, I'm going back down the wood.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, looking around the room, I gotta go back down there. Looking around the room, we're trying to get. So we're standing on the.
You're standing on the elevator, and the golems went back into statue form, or holding the chains.
Oh, they went back into statue form and are holding the chains.
Correct. Nim's coming down a scaffold about this point as you guys are trying to figure this out.
Okay, maybe it's a password.
Well, what did you do that caused them to come alive before? Did you do anything? Did you touch anything? You just came inside the room. I'll step off the elevator.
Okay. Nothing happens. As this time, Nim is walking into the tower. I'm assuming Nim.
Yeah, I just don't know when the right time is.
I'll step back on the elevator.
Yeah, you see Tarnak and Talk are kind of playing with this elevator thing as they notice you.
All right, so I want to tell them everything I learned from from going up the wood, the scaffolding. That
Okay.
it,
How do you tell them?
the elevator it goes up to is this area where it's the third floor. Goes all the way up.
As you say, third floor, the golems come alive. Start pulling the chain, and Tarnok and Tok start going up.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Don't
kind
step
of
off
brace
the
myself
floor,
kind of
the
uneasy.
elevator. Don't step off the elevator. It's weak wood.
As she yells at as you go up, 5 feet per round, very rickety. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Tok's holding onto the chain. And it's moving back over. Tarnok is grabbing the other side. They're trying to balance it as it. Up you go
Okay.
to the very center, to the third
Okay.
floor. The golems stop. Turn back to statues.
Okay, so these are open holes in the floors.
Correct.
Do we notice anything on the second floor as we pass through it?
Just dust and cobwebs filled that empty room. The wooden floor, which is badly rotted and partially collapsed.
But that's it. It's just an empty, dusty room as we pass through the second floor. And then the
Correct.
third floor is as she said it.
Correct.
Okay,
Of course, you
now
look
it
up.
takes.
There
You
is
have
another.
no...
Of course,
Tok, you don't have dark vision? Do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision, yes.
Alright.
of course, you see above you. There's more room. There's another floor.
It continues
Oh, there's
up.
another floor.
Yeah, it continues up
Yeah.
another floor. The scaffolding doesn't go all the way up to the top floor of the...
Okay.
There's 4
Um,
floors with arrow slits and stuff like that. That's how you determine that.
Oh, that's all right. That's right.
Alright, well, let's call
so-
back...
So I guess I'll say something out loud. I'll say perhaps there's something on the 4th floor.
The statues come alive. Start pulling the chain. Nim's watching all this happening from the beginning. And
From the bottom. Now, my
The bottom.
question is there a open space underneath their elevator in this bottom floor, the space where I'm at?
No, it drops down 6 inches and it's an empty space.
correct. It's kind of like
It's
a
just a
a
depression.
cutaway
Okay.
depression.
that
Is the way to
one.
put it. Yep.
Okay. I want to investigate a crate.
I want to hide Zephyr just for a moment. She's basically with Tarnok and Tok at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about investigating a crate, but I don't want to do it alone.
So we pull up into the 4th floor. What's up here?
Okay. Nim, you do investigate the crates. The wood's rotted and crickly and stuff like that. As soon as you touch it, they're basically collapsing. There is nothing empty or of value in these crates. Whatever was once there has been looted long time ago.
Okay. So I want to sneak back outside since they're up there. And I'm going to go and climb back up into the carriage.
Back up to the carrot you go. All right. Tarnok and Tok, you come to the 4th floor. And unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation. And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, like bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through the arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of this room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden desk. Old wooden rafters being bent around the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang the iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform. That's what you see.
Alright. But there's no people. Alright.
There's no people.
I point at the armor and say I'd stay away from that.
I agree.
There's also a slight lavender aroma that's coming from a wooden chest where the armor is.
I guess I'll put my foot on the floor and like just kind of test it to make sure it feels sturdy, and if it's sturdy, I'll step off the elevator.
All right, you put your half your weight on it. It feels solid enough. You're not hearing creaking. The woods don't look rotted. Doesn't look wet or worn or anything like that. And it looks pretty stable. Obviously, it's holding all the furniture too. So.
Yep, I'll tell Tarnock. Well, this floor appears to be better than the last two.
All right. I'll take a look at the desk. If you want to search the other side of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I was
then
gonna
you're
say,
back in the
what's this?
wagon.
What's this right here? Is this some kind of little writing desk or a box?
Yeah.
Is it the stove?
This is a stove
That's the
with the wood
stove.
behind it. This is probably another like a little desk. What I got going on? Cozy
Yeah, I'll
dead
just-
desk with a matching chair, a large iron stove, plenty of wood to feet.
I'll just investigate the south side of the room here. So whatever's by the bed or whatever, I'll investigate.
I'll stay away from the armor, but try to investigate the desk.
You can go take care of Nim if you want.
Yeah, well, we roll our investigation rolls. I don't find shit over here. This desk is messy as hell.
Yeah, as you go through there, you find different various notes and things, and some research on Strahd, written in the handwriting of the journal page that you read down below.
Okay.
You notice inside the stove there are some letter wrappings, like books, that have been burnt, and so much of the ash is not wood; it's actually paper. It actually has a different texture when it burns.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of in there. Beyond that, it looks fairly well kept, despite the outer side. Nothing of interest pokes out besides a few writing utensils and things of that nature. And then back down the wagon.
Yeah,
What
I
are you
want
doing in that wagon, Nim?
disguise kit, small chest with vials. Do I detect any traps with them? Are they free to take?
You see no. Without a roll, you don't see anything trap-wise attached to it.
Do I have to roll?
If you want to see if there's a trap attached, sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I should automatically roll or if I'm waiting for him to tell me to roll.
Or are you asking? Are you saying that you're searching for traps?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Investigation.
20.
You see no traps.
Other than the one you already know about.
Yeah, that's still engaged.
Am I able to safely? Can I investigate the alchemist fire that's connected to see if I can disconnect it?
You know you can disconnect it. You don't need to roll for that. But what I'm saying is you don't need to roll to see if you can disable it. You know you can disable it being a rogue. The question is, can you roll to disable it?
Yeah,
Well, okay. So, what do I roll?
you're gonna try
It'll
to
be a
disable it?
dexterity.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
If you want to try to disable it, it'll be a sleight of hand or a dexterity check. Definitely sleight of hand.
Would it be sleight of hand plus thieves tools?
Well, that's why you just
Because
fair.
it's
That's fair.
supposed to
Fair
be. I
question.
think it's sleight of hand plus your thieves tools proficiency.
Yeah. So
Correct.
yeah, if you use thieves' tools, you get to add your proficiency to the sleight of hand roll or whatever
had
check you're using.
me and Ed
Correct.
looked it up one night. We were trying to figure out what that was because of my Tabaxi character.
Correct. The sleight of hand with proficiency, you just got a +3, and your sleight of hand's a +6 because you're high dexterity. You get a +9. You can obviously try to disable it. I'll remind you that if you fail,
You die.
you're bad.
Yeah, I know.
If you fail, you die.
So you can't. You got a high bonus there, but heck, even if you get a 1. So that's a question. We can take a minute here. So I see. Let's get a group consensus here. I know Zephyr's not here, but I seen a lot of back and forth of how DMs play the natural ones versus crits on ability checks. There's no hard press rule written as written. Whether a natural 1. It's usually it's a fail or a save. There's no like if she rolls a 1. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll give this out. This is a perfect example. That DC to disable that is a 10. She's got a +9 on sleight of hand. If she rolls a 1, that's a natural 1. But with the +9, obviously it's a 10.
Okay.
I don't like the idea that it's a natural 1. It's a fail automatically. I don't for a skill check. I don't think that's right.
So okay.
Well,
normally I would agree with you. Normally I would agree with you. But because she has a, that means she cannot fail, right? I mean, I guess technically you can't fail. So normally I would say yes. I would say yes, right? Like if she rolled a natural 1.
Hey, Fortis.
I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't.
But it's such a high
because
I would say like a natural 1 would. I don't know. Go ahead, Ed.
Well, all right. So it's the same thing. Like, all right. So say the DC, say the DC is a 21, right? And you roll a nat 20, but you're a -2. You still rolled an 18, right? So does that just because it's a nat 20, does that mean that you automatically get it?
So technically on. So ability checks, there's no such thing as a critical.
Correct.
That's
Fortis
true.
gave us a random magic item.
Yeah, Fortis
I
gets a
see
random
that.
magic item.
Which is good
I see that
considering
making-
we're currently stealing shit.
Yeah.
I'm making notes for that now, actually.
I mean, we hit something similar with IMAG because his bow, even with a crit fail, would beat the AC of some of the lesser monsters.
Yeah, because I have a +11.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but a crit fail is a crit fail, right? On
But
an
that's
attack.
but that's an attack roll, and
Right.
that's stated in the handbook.
Right.
Right, and some DMs played the natural 1 and crits on ability
ability
checks. Like
checks.
if you're trying to jump out, if you're trying to jump out of a explosion as a dexterity saving throw,
Okay,
and you roll a 1 but have a +9, you technically could probably beat it. But does the 1 mean you trip on something and get the full brunt? I'm just like,
I mean, honestly, I think that's a DM call. I mean, as long as
I really
long
think it
as
would
you're-
be dependent on the situation.
depending on the situation, and I think as long as you're consistent in your ruling, I don't have a problem with however you want to do it. I mean,
Hey, I'm learning. This is all
Right.
learning lessons for me.
He's just trying to figure out whether or not you can fail this or not is what we're trying to figure out. Because right now you technically
Right.
cannot fail.
All
You
right,
cannot fail this DC.
so but technically, this is Alchemist Fire. This is a huge fail,
correct.
right?
If you
if this
you
was a
die.
crit 1 fail and it goes boom, it's a big boom.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
You're
know?
not gonna survive because I cannot bring you back. You will die.
But
Yeah, it's
that
a
being
this is a living
said, you're
death.
+9, so
But see, that's the thing,
Yeah, this is-
right? Like, I would say you should. It's okay. If you will, would you ever create an AC monster that we could not hit?
That's a loaded question. And
Well, okay, no. So let's say, would you create a monster with an AC of, let's say, 23? Right? The only
so
way
there,
to hit.
so there are,
The only way to hit it.
so there
would be
are
a
ones
natural
out
20.
there. Is
Of course there
the
are.
only way to hit it would be your
But
yeah.
would
The
you give
only way
it-
to hit it would be your bonuses.
Right, but you would make it. But you would make it. Would you make it so that it would be able? You would. Would you make it so it's impossible for the whole party to hit?
Negative.
Okay, so then
let's the
if
big
you would-
bad boss that
if-
I'm trying to do something. But go ahead.
Okay, so then if you would guarantee a hit, you should guarantee a fail. Right? So a natural 1, you got to get rid of that one too. Natural
Yep, working on
1,
it.
I would say a natural. You should allow failure if you would allow a hit.
Yeah, that's semi-fair.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like if you would make it,
Right.
if it's possible to hit something with a 20, if it, no matter what, right? Like there's a
That's
chance.
attacking though, right? I would
know,
never
but
give you a
it's
DC.
It's hard to.
I will set. Well, I will
Okay,
set
so then-
DC higher that you couldn't hit. If you're trying to climb a sheer wall, for example, there's a situation that might come up with that, where it's a
Right.
sheer wall. The DC is obviously almost impossible. But you could certainly try it. I'll set a DC that you basically would never hit it.
Okay,
I will-
yeah,
I would
that's,
be
that's
able to
true,
know that.
right? Right, like the DC might be 30, you know, and you would
Right.
climb something. Okay.
And
I just
you
think-
won't know the DC, but I mean,
I feel like a
it's an
failure
interesting
should-
conversation. It's. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and then
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and disable this trap because I don't see a possible way for her to fail it with the bonus unless she rolled a natural 1 and we declare that being natural 1 fail. But I'll
No,
go ahead and disable the trap.
All right, roll. Just see if you roll a natural 1. If you don't roll a
I
natural
already-
1,
I
then
already
The odds
did
of her
roll.
hitting a 1
are
are
1 in 20.
yep.
Yeah, fair. She
No.
actually did roll and she rolled a 10.
Then you're
Okay, clear
legit.
that-
but that's a 10 that only has the +6.
Yeah, then you add a
Oh,
plus
so-
3. Is
so
right. So
13.
it's
There's a plus
13
3 on
total.
top of it. Yeah.
What's the original question? Okay, if the DC's 10 and she has a +9, if she rolls a 1, does she fail?
I would
Right.
have I would have failed.
Her
No, you would've had a 10.
bonuses.
But
Yeah, your bonuses would have made you 1, but if you played
If
the
I didn't
natural
have
1
bonus.
rule, it'd be an automatic fail despite the bonuses. And that's why I brought the question up because it's like, hey, that it could have been. We could have saw that tonight. What do we
Yeah,
do
you
with
could have
that?
died. You could have died right then and there. But it's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. It's all good this way.
The question for us to sum it up was basically is can you get a natural 1, an automatic fail, or an automatic hit on saving throws and checks? And I'm going to say no on the fact that some DCs on some abilities, I want the DC high where it's impossible for you to get. And you guys hit it. With that being said, if you roll a 20, you know I had to double take on that because if you roll a 20, hey, you scale the 200-foot wall that's sheer, that's completely, you know what I mean, with no climbing gear or whatnot. You know what I mean? It seems kind of funny. So,
Yeah, it's
I'll
it's
put
an
the question
interesting
up.
take.
So rules is written, right? Rules is written. Crits, both natural 1 and natural 20, only affect attack and death rolls.
right.
They don't affect saving throws or any ability checks.
Yep.
It's just death saving throws and attack rolls. So
I think
I
I played that way on the logic that there's some things are just impossible no matter what you rolled. On let's say a natural 20,
Right.
Mhm.
you're not going to shear that cliff because
Okay.
to me it's impossible
See,
for you to
here's
do
the
it.
thing. We're also talking about a rogue, right? So if you want to blow this out a little bit, she's only level 7. If she was
This is my
level,
first time playing.
Right, she's only level 7. If she was level 14 or 16, right? Now she's gonna have reliable talent. She's gonna have.
that's the other
She
thing.
could have a plus 23. You know,
So
you're gonna
right.
have.
reliable talent is a rogue is anything you roll on the die under a 9 is automatically a 10.
Right,
Right. Okay. Yeah. See.
So
but you can have
So it's
outrageous bonuses.
so it defeats the purpose of that if you hit a 1. It totally bleeds
yeah,
that
it's
feed out,
automatically a 10.
so,
Yep.
Yeah. So. All right, clarify that, and that's probably why I play it. I played it as rules is written, but I think it was a good discussion because we could have saw that tonight. I was debating that. I was like, wait, that's plus 9.
mean, the only thing that I could say is if you wanted to add a little bit of suspense, right? Is if she got the 1, you make her roll some kind of dex save with a really low DC to get out of the hatch and get clear. You know what I mean? Like,
or catch.
Yeah,
Catch
because
the string.
or catch
acrobatics.
catch the vial before
You know
it
what?
hits the floor. You know.
I like that idea. You rolled really bad, so you slipped up and like Bully's about to say that, but you might catch the bottle before it hits and explodes. I like, yeah, okay.
Flavor in it.
Yeah, it all comes down to flavor and how do you want to flavor,
right.
right? So if she rolled a 1 in my situation, maybe I would have killed her. I probably would have killed her.
This is
In my situation.
yeah. This is doing.
In my situation,
This is do or
she rolls a
die.
nat-
This is like a rogue being a rogue.
Right. If I was DMing,
Yeah, this is really.
she rolled a natural
like,
1
do or die.
without the conversation, I would have killed her. No matter what the DC was, if she rolled a 1, I would have killed her.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's just it. That's just how it would have been.
Even if I used my acrobatics and got out of there, or athletics, or whatever it was.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to. You'd have been done.
You wouldn't have been able to. If you rolled a net 1 on Bully, he would have just offed you right there.
Yeah.
And it probably would have taken out half of the tower, and Tarnok and Tok would have died in the crash.
Well,
So-
I don't know about killing everybody, but I definitely would have rolled. Definitely would have been rolling. Sorry. That's just
So
how
it's a
it
good
would have
question.
been.
We'll get back into the game here, as I see Forrest did drop the random magic item list. So I'm gonna quickly do something real quick. Check that. Look at this. Go here.
Just because of what you
And I
were
think-
attempting, that's not what it was.
I thank Fortis for that, and I think the group's gonna thank you for that.
We'll see.
As Bully says, we'll see.
Fortis has been waiting to spend his inspiration points for a long time.
Yes, he has.
See that?
He's been wanting to.
There's more
ever
stuff
since we
that I
got
want
him.
carriage to. So
I got it. Okay, I got it. I got one. Okay.
all good.
All right. Yes. With that, I'll tell you what. So what are you grabbing?
So I grabbed. Obviously, I already grabbed the small chest with vials and the disguise kit, but I also want the poisoner's kit, the healer's kit, and I want to
Right.
investigate. I'm investigating the tiny wooden box with cards. What is that?
Okay, so you got a
She's just
poisonous
packing
kit.
everything in her backpack.
Leave the box of cards. Don't take the box of cards.
Let her take the box of cards.
Okay, fine. Take the box
Is
of
a-
cards.
Who says it was cards?
The picture you showed us.
Did it? Okay. Poisoner's kit, healer's kit, disguise kit, climber's kit is yours. You're investigating the small wooden box with the cards.
Yeah, I'm just curious what they are.
Don't take them out.
So it's a cards wrapped in silk. If you
Okay,
pull-
I'll
you-
go ahead.
Okay, you pull them out. They are actually the set of Taroka. This game's version of tarot cards,
Oh, okay.
which is funny enough. Our
It's
player
safer
cards are made to look like that. Madam Eva gave a reading with those Taroka cards to you guys.
Is it the same cards?
Same
Or
cards,
just
same deck.
the-
I said that same type of deck, not the same deck. That was Madam Eva's set.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
same set. It's common through Barovia. Madam Eva's deck was obviously special, being the fortune teller, but this is a deck of Taroka cards. Unfortunately, I
Okay,
can't give
so-
it to you in a handout.
That's safer than I thought they were gonna be. Just throwing that out there. I was like,
Okay,
On
so
one
I
of the
want to
shells,
Huh?
One of the shells, when you pull the climber's kit, disguise kit, healer kit, when you pull these off the shells, sitting behind that, because of Fortis, there's a wand.
Ooh.
Engraved on the handle of the wand is a wand of detect magic.
Oh, nice.
That is
Wow.
nice.
Has three charges. Just FYI. Called a wand of magic detection, but detect magic. Has 3 charges. It regains that 1d3 daily. 3 charges, and it grows. It gets it back with 1d3, depending on your roll. Daily.
Holy
At
cow.
dawn.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I grabbed that too. But I also want to go into the chest and go get the bow with the silver arrows.
Fine. If you're stealing all the stuff that take the gold thread. Make sure you grab the gold thread. Just make thread.
Grab what?
There's golden thread. Make sure you grab
The
that.
hell are you talking to her again?
I'm not. But it's gold. It should be sitting
You're
right
shouting
there.
out from the
Take
tower.
the fucking
Take the gold thread. So battle axe inside that chest is a battle axe, flail, morning star, light crossbow with 10 silver crossbow bolts.
A morning crossbow? Is that what you said?
No, battle axe inside that chest is a battle axe,
Yeah.
a flail,
Yeah.
a morning star, a light crossbow
Oh, okay.
with 10 silver crossbow bolts.
Oh, I just want
As you
the
go
10 silver crossbow bolts then. And what's the morning
Okay.
star?
morning.
It's like a mace.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think of a mace, but it's a ball with spikes.
Oh.
As you go back up to the 4th floor. Or see.
Okay. I'll grab the gold thread, and then if there's nothing else, you guys want to remind me of grabbing, and then I'll sneak back out as they're going up to the 4th floor.
Okay. As you come in, the elevator is still up.
I'm not going in the building.
Okay, all right.
So, looking around the room, we've only found some letters that say that probably Van Richten is staying up here.
Correct.
But
And one of
he's
the
not
notes-
here currently.
Now you're currently correct. And one of the notes you read on the table has the name that was on the door.
Which was what?
Kazan.
Okay.
Did you say that in person or you say that in meta?
No, I'm telling
Just a-
Bully what the name on the door was.
Looking at the armor from afar, does it look special in any way, or does it just look like iron armor in a suit formation?
I wanted to see if it was actually iron or not. That's give me that kind of description. That's a good question, actually. Nah, it looks like your standard regular armor, iron, if you will, and doesn't look anything special. It's just
Okay.
it's just standing there.
Yep. It can stand there. Nothing special in the desk. I've already looked in there, and I'm not doing too hot.
Over on my-
Now it looks like looks pretty well kept, but looks like someone's been through it already. It makes sense. The notes are the papers are kind of messy on the thing. Being how kept the book, the beds are, and how the room is, and how neatly packed things are for a degree, it looks like something's been moved around that wasn't the current owner. If that makes sense.
So it appears that someone's been here before us.
Correct.
Okay.
And not the original person that lives there. It looks like someone's been rummaging through things.
And no items of any value in the room, really.
Just the chest. Lavender aroma. Emanating from
Yeah,
it.
so I rolled a 10 earlier to investigate. Did I find anything on my end of the room?
Nothing when you're in the room.
Chest
But
is
the chest is
under
on your
the
room.
the chest is under the stupid.
The foot of the bed, I think.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
the foot of the
that's-
bed? You said it was
Yeah,
under the arm.
that's where
Okay.
that's where I'm. Oh yeah, you did say it was by the armor. It's by the bed.
Did I say by the armor?
I think you said by the feet of the armor or something. Whatever. Maybe you just misspoke. But in the map, it's at the foot of the bed. So
Yep. Okay. Reading through my flavor text again, but yeah, there's
I mean, I'll investigate the trunk if you want the chest if you want another roll.
I would like another roll.
go ahead and roll.
And 11.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Talk. Rolling.
Investigate a chest. It seems to be unlocked because it doesn't seem like I have a keyhole of any sorts or anything like that.
Okay, I'll tell Tarnok. The chest appears to be open. Should I open it?
I would say so.
Yeah, I'll open it.
As you open it, inside you see a severed human head with black hair, male. Skin is flesh with waxy complexion, as has been embalmed with some magical oils. Human. That's what the scent of the lavender was coming from.
And I'll close it and say, well, that's interesting.
What'd you find?
You may want to see this.
Oh, okay. So I'll come over and I'll open the chest.
And well, I'll open it for you when you get over there.
Okay.
But
Come on over. Open the chest.
do we
And
recognize
inside,
it?
Okay.
no.
No.
No. So, do we know what Von Richten looks like, though? I don't think we do.
Well, we met him. We met him in town.
Oh, we met him.
You met him.
Yeah, Rick.
Yeah, you know what he looks like.
Oh, so it's not.
You know
him
his. I'll say this. You know what his disguise looks like. Zephyr knows him from her previous background. That is not him.
then. Oh yeah, she's up here too. Is there a fire currently in the stove?
No.
All right. I would like to search through the ashes. You said there was paper ashes. I want to see if there's anything remaining that might be found.
Nothing you can discern. It's just different things with Strahd. Some notes about you catch notes of Strahd. You catch notes of Ravenloft. Things that things you already know already. Baby Laga being
Okay.
his second mother, if you will. I don't know if that was fully described yet.
Something like that, yeah.
Things of that nature. Yeah, basic stuff
Okay.
you're kind of figuring as you went through already. He's got it's some of it is in handwriting of the journal that you found.
So these just appear to be more of Von Richten's journals.
Right.
Okay. Well,
What do you
Well,
think, Tarnok? Do you think Von Richten burned these, or whoever was here before us? Because there was obviously someone here before us.
that's true.
It's almost
Actually,
like
I
they
didn't
wanted
think
to
about that.
destroy whatever evidence he had of something.
Where is he at? And who could have done that?
Could have been
been
anyone.
Strahd
Could have been
himself.
Strahd himself. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, the only thing left to do in here is poke that armor set.
I'm not going anywhere near that armor.
I assumed you would not. Let's not bother. We'll head to the elevator. I guess. There's
All right,
nothing
you head
left
to the
up here.
elevator.
There's nothing left to search up here, and we'll say first floor.
With that, the golems come alive, start lowering you back down
We
to
did
the
that.
first floor.
We skipped over that whole saying Kazan thing. I don't know if we wanted to give that a hoot.
You're the one. You're the one with the paperwork in your hand. If you want to say it, go right ahead.
Well, do you know anything about Kazan?
I'm not from Barovia.
Are you saying that in character?
No, yeah, that's in character. Sorry, I didn't do it with the voice. Do you know anything about Kazan?
As soon as you say Kazan, the armor
Yeah,
animates
fucking-
and stands up.
Fucking son of a bitch. First floor.
It animates and stands still.
Oh, okay. It animates and stands still?
Yep, stands at attention.
Were we still on the floor, or were we already below the floor? Did we see it animate?
You saw it animate and you haven't moved yet.
Okay, we're still here.
And it's standing at it like at attention.
Right. Move forward.
It takes one step forward.
All right. Okay. It seems I now have an animated thing. But it responded to the name of the building.
Well, the name of the building or the name of whoever resides in it, perhaps.
Check this out. Make a save circle.
It's just a little hocus pocus.
Does it? But to what end? And what? Okay, so I don't know what to do with this information. I
don't know, but I've had quite enough of animated items in this world.
I understand. But if this one can help us, I don't even know what it would help us do at this point. Is it gonna follow us
Them
across
being outside.
Barovia?
Nim being outside is hearing wagon wheels in the distance. As she turns, she sees a red wagon, shaped same as the purple one next to you, same as the Vistani's, heading towards you.
Oh, here's a question: is there any horses? Do we see any horses outside?
No horses, except for the ones coming up on the wagon currently.
Yep.
Do they? Okay, well, I'm going to quietly and stealthily run up to the doorway. Did they see me yet?
Who sees you? The wagon?
Yeah. How far away is it?
They're coming up. It's coming up the pass. Like you're in the island with the tower. You get the bridge out to the landmass. You're catching in the distance. In fact, it's raining. You guys actually, it reminds me. You guys here early afternoon, so you're kind of mid-afternoon now. But you're seeing the light of the wagon shake. So at this distance, it's about over 100 yards. I think it said. Yeah, it could possibly see you.
So if I
Going up.
went and compared to the trail in between.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up there.
I'm between the wagon and the trail. are in the building, the tower. Would they see me there?
Okay. Roll stealth.
Well, I'm asking, so I'm assuming the wagon's blocking them.
I'm asking to roll stealth to determine that. Yeah, because you
I
had
know.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was doing something.
Hmm.
$29.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're able to dash into the shadows between the wagon and the tower, and unsuspectingly, you don't think you've been seen.
Can I tell them loud enough that somebody's coming?
You can shout up there. It could be heard.
Okay, so somebody's coming, guys.
You hear a faint in the distance.
What, mommy?
I missed something. Sorry.
I did not know you were talking about the game.
Yes,
It's
I
my
am.
daughter. My daughter talking to her.
She thought that I was talking to her.
I got you.
Um,
Tarnak and Tak heard this Nim shout this. Someone's coming. As this animated armor is standing in front of you.
oh, so what did Nim shout? I wasn't here for that.
So someone is coming.
What's going?
This south window is open, right? The shutters are broken and the windows open.
Correct. It's not open. I think the windows are mud caked and things of that nature. But you could probably look out for a clean spot.
Okay. I guess I'll run to the window and look out.
I'll tell
And
the,
as you see-
the statue to get on the lift.
And the statue walks over and gets on the lift.
Okay, good.
And I'll tell Tarnak it's a red-topped wagon coming towards the tower.
Well, let's not be rude. And get on the
Looking like the same wagon as it's getting closer. So,
That's,
Velaki.
Yeah,
So it's looking like Rictavio's wagon from Velaki.
Is the picture coming up for you guys?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, so I want to go. Is there a hiding spot around here for me?
The Vistani are coming. The Vistani are coming. The Vistani are coming.
Or should I just go climb back in the wagon?
Well, you
No,
kind of
don't
already
get back
rolled
in the
stealth
wagon.
between the wagon.
You rolled a good stealth. I'd stay right where you're at.
Yeah, you kind of hide in the shadows. If you want, you could probably
Alright.
just make it more believable. Just put you like right in
Yeah, you can duck
here
around
off
the corner.
this catty corner. Yeah.
Okay.
And as you pull up, as this wagon pulls up, and Rictavio, pull him up again. I closed that out.
We're headed down, by the way.
Okay.
We'd like to meet them at the door.
This half-elf bard rolls up, gets off the wagon. Stinking werewolves. As he walks in, does his kind of, because the door is closed. It's been past 10 minutes. The door closed. I should mention it. He does his kind of ooh-ah-ee, does a hooky-pokey, turn himself around.
Got it.
Clicks. Dragon peers. Okay, you old fool. Goes away, and the door opens. Just as the time you guys are telling the ones to go to the first floor, you, the armor, and Zephyr, and Tarnak, and Tak go to the first floor.
Yep.
As Fabio, better known as Van Richten.
And Richten. Richter.
Oh my! Oh my! I didn't expect you'd be here so soon. I apologize for my lateness. There's so much going on. Blocky's all in flames and fire. Of course, I get attacked by werewolves on the way over here. Well, glad you found the place very well.
It wasn't difficult to find.
I had to do better with that the next time. If you could find it that easily, so can Strahd. I see you found the password for the command word for the armor there, as he looks at Tarnock and the armor.
It's quite accidentally.
Yes.
Um,
Do you even know what it means? I'm laughing at you.
not in the least. But I wish to apologize. We did snoop around a bit. But
Oh?
it appears that there has been someone here before us.
Yes. Yes, I must find her too as well. I've been desperately looking for her. That is my apprentice, Esmeralda. She appeared here a couple days ago, following me. Which I dare wonder why she would even dare attempt to come to this land. I must desperately find her. This is part of my search since I've been here. So I don't know where she's at.
If you're unaware, it seems a number of your journals and papers have been burned.
Ah. Yes. I fear Strahd will know what I know too much, if you will.
Oh, so you are the one that burned them?
Yes, I researched and find out how to best kill this vampire and the information. I resort to my memory, and in protection, I burned everything. Once I retain it, just in case Strahd finds his way here. Of course, the anti-magic field here is helping with certain spells, like scrying spells, but you never know when he might show up.
Anti-magic.
Yes, the whole tower is... Huh? The whole tower is anti-magic field. Done by the same word you used to command this, armor.
So with me turning on the armor, it may have turned the magic off?
Oh, no, you misunderstand. That name that you read,
Yes.
that was Strahd's personal advisor of matters of magic. He built this tower. He created the anti-magic field that's within it. The reason why I choose this place to stay. Come. We got much to talk about. I'm sure you meet the golems. This is Fred to the left, Bob, Jim, Frank. Come on in. Fourth floor. I'll go up to the fourth floor. Nim's still outside. You can hear the conversation that's going on. I tried to grab you without grabbing the golems.
Zephyr could run out and grab her before we head up. Dude.
So in other words, Zephyr's coming to get me to come inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zephyr's gonna run out.
And
Grant
look for
Richton's
you.
here.
Okay.
And explains that it's Grant Richton, he's a friend. Come. And up you go to the fourth floor. Delete that.
To the fourth floor.
To the fourth floor.
Oh no, I'm blind again.
For a minute.
Everybody's to the fourth floor.
Alright.
Now, please, make yourself at home. This is probably the one safe place here in Barovia, especially with that anti-magic field.
I tell the armor to
Tell him what?
I tell the armor to return itself.
That's what back to his stand. And mannequin himself out. Yes, make yourself at home. This is your one safe place here in Barovia. Of course, with that anti-magic field. I'm sure you heard Strahd has a scrying spell.
Yes.
One
Yes,
place
we're
where he
familiar with
cannot
that.
see you. Because of the anti-magic field, this is one place that he cannot use that to penetrate these walls.
Does anybody have any questions?
No
So
questions?
Now,
You must be famished.
How long have you been studying Strahd?
That's a good question. How long has he... I don't think it's really answered that. I lost track of time since I've been here. Years? Gotta be years. Yeah, years.
well,
You two are the only
What
ones that have
happened?
been in the wagon and read the other journal, so Talk doesn't know any of that stuff.
I passed it along, but I came out. Wasn't gonna reread the whole journal to you.
Right.
Yeah, I think you
might
did pass
have
it on
given
to
me
you
a
guys.
rundown of
Yeah.
it, but-
You asked, and I passed along the information we had.
Okay, give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you happen to find anything out?
Months ago. Been here. Time's weird here in Barovia. A few months, maybe.
Well,
A year, somewhere in there. Since that happened. We won't talk about that, though.
so do you have an idea of what Strahd's plans are currently?
Strahd has no plans. He seeks for the amusement of what he could bring into this realm.
Alright.
The only thing he cares is this girl Irina, who thinks is his past wife Tatiana. He also requires to find me, because he knows who I am in my past, and also to torment adventurers like yourself to come in here. And he's a toy. He also gives him nourishment when he feeds, because we haven't realized this. Just 80% of the souls born here. Well, let's just say 80% of the Barovians are born here are born without souls. God cannot get nourishment from soulless individuals, so he brings in people from the outside using that wretched Bastani. With that thought pattern, his eyes drift. You see it. Eye tear a little bit.
Yes, we know the Vistani. They're useful to at least keep hidden from Strahd, or safe from the undead of the wilds.
Yeah.
Yes. I studied Strahd for years before I came to Barovia.
Have you you know any of his weaknesses?
Before you came to Barovia, you mean you willingly came here?
Yes. To hunt the bastard down. Greatest vampire of them all. Killing him should ruin everyone else.
Wow. Is that the wagon that's sitting outside? Is that one yours?
No, that's Esmeralda, my apprentice. Years ago. I separated from her for her protection. But seems to follow me here. I don't know where she might be at. It ails me so. God finds her. He'll surely use her to get to me.
So, can you get into the wagon?
Can I get into the wagon? Why? It's not hard.
Okay.
Looks kind of that puzzle. Wow, what'd she do to it?
Well, just curious. So, when was the last time you saw her?
Before I came to Barovia. Years ago.
Then how did the wagon get here?
She followed me in.
Yeah. It's confusing. Very thought pattern.
Well, I haven't seen her in years, but obviously she followed me here. I haven't crossed paths with her yet, but her wagon is sitting out front of the tower. So I know she's here.
She seems crazy.
Why she's following me? Why she's following me, I had no idea. Separated
She-
for her protection long ago.
Is she all there?
Not as senile as I am.
Right.
Are we really all there now?
All right. So, have you found any weaknesses of Strahd's?
Well, I studied for a year, but I know I can't hope to beat him in a straight-up confrontation. We must wait for the right amount of time to strike. I got good evidence to suggest that he periodically hibernates in his coffee, sometimes for years, when all is quiet in the realm.
He's not.
That's when I sneak into Ravenloft and see what I can see. That's what I learned about the Keepers of the Feather. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about them, the Society of Were Ravens.
So you've been inside the castle.
Oh yes, indeed.
Do you have any kind of floor plans or maps? How to navigate the castle?
Actually, I do. Now that's a question I want to take out. I haven't got a handout for that.
No, that's fine. That can be something in the future.
That's
But
okay. Yep.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll find something and give it to you. He does have a map, so he shows you. This is what I can discern from what I have walked through and investigated on my own. Best I can be. So basically, he wrote a map of things that he's seen and been through, but doesn't cover every square inch of the castle.
That's
Right.
fair. Yep.
Right. What do you know?
Sorry.
What do you know of the rest of Barovia?
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, okay. I mean,
I had a map here.
Okay, do you know? I misspoke. Do you know quite a bit about the rest of Barovia, or is your research mostly based around Strahd alone?
It's this whole realm that Strahd lives in. Yes, I know a pretty good amount what's going on here in Barovia.
So there seems to be a few things that have happened recently that you may not have heard about. The Ent guy. So we tell him about the druid thing and how we saw Strahd over there doing something. Would you know anything about what's going on with that? Like what he might be doing? Because we're actually in search of these like gems. And
yes, I heard about these gems. Seems the Baba Yaga has took one. And the Druids have been at war with the wizard, the winery place for the other, yes.
Yes.
What Strahd was doing at the hill.
Yes.
He rose. Strahd. Again, Strahd is looking for amusement in his years, if you will, his on death. He likes to raise the druids that were buried there to attack citizens of Barovia. One including the winery. The winery, as you probably know, since I know you have been over there, bringing the wines back to the Blue Water Inn. Thank you very much for that, by the way. The three gems is the only good that's going on in Barovia that Strahd is trying to crush. So he steals them. Baba Yaga's got one of them. He won't go there. He won't go there.
Strahd won't go to Baba Yaga's?
He hasn't I'll just say he hasn't confronted her as of yet. I don't know if it's because of the connection. Or he just hasn't found the time.
We know of connection.
Now that the reasons are only in Strahd's head, honestly. I'm not gonna go ask.
Right.
So what you probably saw with the ant was him trying to crush the winery to stop the flow of wine and disrupt the gems.
Right. Okay. He was just trying to.
Well, we were able to return the one gem, and we knew of the second, possibly with Baba Zaga. But the third is a mystery.
The third. Are you? Oh, you need to sit down for this one. Are you sitting down? Have a seat.
Yes. I'm very
Yes.
interested.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The third is the glass heart of Strahd that lays in his castle.
The third gem lies within Ravenloft.
Lies within Ravenloft. It's a big glass heart that Strahd corrupted the gem.
You've seen its location?
Yes, it's in the it's in the major stairwell to the castle. Hard to miss, and it's beating. It's constant beating in rhythm. Yeah, I don't have a good way of showing you, but it's one of the tallest towers. It's in the tower peaks.
Okay.
And you're probably wondering what the heart does with the power of the gem.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed when you struck Strahd how he heals it right away?
Yes.
Because you're attacking the heart. Buried into.
So
That's one. You have to destroy the heart before you can destroy Strahd.
but destroying the heart. So the heart is a corrupted gem.
Mm-hmm.
So by destroying the heart, we would have to destroy the gem. So the gem would be lost forever.
Indeed.
Granted,
Pros
if
and cons
Strahd
of such
wasn't here-
things.
Yeah, granted, if Strahd wasn't here, would Barovia be better off anyway? Probably.
Oh, I'm not saying that. We did.
No, that's a good
we
perception.
Did, we
Unfortunately,
did say we were going to take on the task of returning the 3 gems, but it does mean that the third gem will be lost regardless. To defeat Strahd, we'll need to destroy that gem. But that explains why my whip hurt him, but didn't hurt him.
right. Unfortunately, that's the pros and cons of it. He corrupted the gem to basically, I'm going to use a Harry Potter phrase, to be a Horcrux for himself.
Right.
You have to destroy the heart to be able to affect Strahd. You can get the gem back if you can kill Strahd, but unfortunately, it's a catch-22.
Okay. Well. Well, if the gem and lies within Ravenloft, that means eventually we'll have to go in there.
I would not face him without.
What else do we know? Right.
Prepared.
Are there other ways we can weaken Strahd? Or maybe even distract him so that we may be able to get into Ravenloft?
Distraction now. I never thought about distracting him. You must understand, Strahd sees and hears everything. He has many, many spies. Distracting him is not a thing. But there is, like I said, there is quiet times in the realm. And getting to his castle is not easy.
What?
There's several... there's only really one way, but there is another way in if the teleportation circle can be completed, as he scratched his beard. But nah, there's no way getting there now. Lady Watcher took over that house.
You mean the Burgermeister's mansion?
Yes. There's a teleportation circle that the son was working on, playing with magic and things he doesn't understand, but that teleportation connection made because of Strahd, he controls all magic in this realm. That circle was the teleportation to the castle.
Do you know, what do you know of the abbot in Kresk?
The falling angel. Oh yes, we know all about the abbot.
Do you know of his plan to give Strahd a bride?
He's under a wrong assumption by Strahd's ambition towards Tatiana. And over the years, if you do know, there's been several women with the likes of the bloodline of Tatiana that comes around every so often that has her appearance. Irene is one of them. So his assumption, after his fall, to appease Strahd, was to be given him a bride. So he created one. He's actually so they call it angels. He's actually a diva, D-E-V-A. He has lived for millennia. More than 100 years ago, he was sent from the upper planes to honor the legacy of Saint Markovia. He reopened the abbey and begun tending to the physical and mentally ill. In doing so, he hoped to bring some much-needed light to Barovia. His efforts worked for a while, but then the dark powers began to corrupt him. And I'm sure you heard about the dark powers here. There's more evils here, darker, than Strahd. Hence, the one that built this tower now resides in the Amber Temple.
The Amber Temple. We know where that is?
The place where evil resides. Yes, it's on my map that I had here that seems to be missing. Long story short, is all right. Tell you what, while we're having this conversation, let's go back to the Barovia map. I want to start doing.
That needs way more mixing. That needs more shaking than.
We can start opening up. I have to go through the map and start noting because they just give me the letters for reference, but they don't tell me. But I'll have to do that in the off session.
Mm-hmm.
But Amber Temple, oops, grabbed the wrong thing. Is down south by X, which is between Luna Lake and Mount Gacus. I think you're on that. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You saw. Yeah, it was on the outskirts of that mountain of going to Yester Hill and the wine. which is Q. U is the ruins of Perez, which you know about.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys can.
Yeah, well,
Let's do
you
the
have
road.
you have Perez marked on our map.
Correct. Do you see the red road for that runs through the pass?
Yeah. No. There.
There it is.
What?
There you
Yes.
go.
Yep.
All right. Sometimes it's hard to see what it was a crazy line here.
Where is X?
Oh,
What is X?
X is the Amber Temple.
correct.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll go back and
You've
I'll
never
go back
been
through and
there.
note this. So some of the stuff you. Yeah. Oh, you don't know where Q is, but Q is labeled as. I'm not going to try to pronounce this. Argon's Vault Holt. The ruined mansion of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Oh yay.
So like I said, I'll go through and label all that stuff. But... And the werewolf dens that's to the west. There's... Of course, they're always messing with me. Being so close. Which is D. Which is right northwest of Lake Bartuk.
Okay. I'm going to ask him, since you say you came here willingly, what do you know of the mist? Do you know of a safe way to travel through it?
There is none. The only ones that can get through there is Vastani. That's because Strahd lets them, because they bring in his playthings. He has a certain relationship with them. Mostly back before he became a vampire and immortal. They saved him after a battle.
I think we've heard that
Back-
story.
Back when we fought the Ent, when we were in the Druid graveyard, we saw a large city through the mist to the west.
Yes, that's what Barovia used to look like before the darkness came. Before even Strahd's darkness. That, what you see in that vision that's still there now, constantly, is Strahd's old homeland and home before the vampire.
So you
Long
say
for
that's
there.
just a vision of the past.
Yes. Strahd goes there to envision that place. Who knows? Maybe presumption of a softened heart, warming heart. I doubt it.
Well, what about Well, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's slower. Let you guys digest a little bit.
All right. What are we thinking?
Well, we know we need to fight Strahd, but Madame Eva told us we don't stand a chance without our allies and weapons, without all the keys.
Right, and we have what were all the keys? I know that there was all those tarot card readings, but I can never remember what she said.
Those are the clues. Those are the clues.
I wasn't even
The
inside. That's why I can never remember.
One, you already
You were there.
found.
You were there for the reading. Yeah, one was the Burgermeister's
I was called
house.
in to be read, but I didn't. That was it. I didn't stay for everybody's reading. I was there though. Yes.
There was the one reading that she did. She did fortune telling to everybody, but she gave one reading for the group, and that's where the position one was the Tomb of Strahd. You had found that. You had to find the other four. There's 5 total. The other positions, and their rhythms, or their riddles. I don't have those notes. That would have been Corgi too.
Yeah, she's
Must
got them
have
up
written
towards
it
the top
detailed.
of the page, I think.
Yeah, I closed that out. I have my
So,
notes, but I
like-
don't want to read you mine.
Tarnok was the Conjurer, the Nine of Stars. Powerful force, good in protection. Coming of a supernatural threat. Dead village drowned. Ruled by one who brought evil. Artifact of great power. So we can assume that that's Brez. Right? The village, the dead village that drowned.
Right, that's Brez. What? Yeah. Okay. So what would the item be that's at Brez? Would that be
It's the artifact of great power.
the gem?
Is all that was told. I
There's a
suppose
gem
that's
in
possible.
Brez.
Yes.
Unless the hag had something else.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
It
What
says
she might
ruled
have
by
collected.
one who brought great evil. I mean, I suppose that could be Baba Lysaga, so.
The second mother of Strahd. Yeah, makes
Mhm.
sense. See.
Yes. Adam Eva, being of a stunning, is a very powerful fortune teller indeed. Help you guys.
Zephyrs spoke of the Mad Mage, the wizard with the broken mind.
Ah, yes, the Mad Mage who lives in the north.
She wasn't talking about you, was it?
No,
No, it wasn't me. Yeah, that was a mage that came in from the outside to do battle with Strahd. He carries.
Still not proving it's not you.
well,
Oh, I have no magic. I cannot do magic. I set your mind at ease there.
we saw him, Tarnok,
Okay, I know.
on
I
the
don't
north
actually
shore
know
of the lake when we rescued the girl.
Okay.
He says he's an ally to you, huh? Says he came here to battle him.
Mm-hmm.
And was defeated. Now he lives up north. Duke and along those rivers.
She told us the story how he was thrown from the mountain, presumed dead.
That's the lore. That's what they say. No one knows who he was. He came here to recruit people to destroy Strahd. He got some young souls to do such thing, and then he lost terribly. That probably what drove him mad. Well,
And then the sword of sunlight that sleeps with the prince, servant of light, brother of darkness.
Sleeps with the princess in a grave. Most likely there's a sword in the grave of Strahd's brother,
Yes,
which is located on the grounds at Ravenloft.
it's located in Ravenloft. Yes. That's the tome. We've already got that one.
We've got that one. The Tome of Strahd.
The tome, yeah, that was in the Valaki in the Burgermeister's home.
Right. Okay. So we have one of how many keys? 4 keys.
And then mine had to do with the mother's tomb.
The mother's tomb.
Yeah.
So is that Strahd's actual mother?
Yes.
Yes, the Ravenloft is actually named after his mother.
Hey, no.
Yes.
Get rid of that guy too. Get rid of that guy too.
Oh.
Chill, man. Chill. It's all good.
Stuff.
No.
Stuff.
And they're going for it.
Same one too. They're just trying to do different back ends.
Well, it's that hate guy.
It's the bot.
Yeah, the hate bot.
Yep. I mean, it's always that Haas 312 with a dash and something new as he tries, as they try.
Yep. Well.
Yes. So some don't know, but that Ravenloft is the name of his mother. He named Ravenloft after his mother.
Interesting.
Which is Ravenna. So he built, when she died, he built the castle and laid her underneath in the tomb.
And his brother Sergei has a crypt also below the castle, correct?
Yes.
That's terrible. How did that happen?
That.
I have silver all over my hands.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, now I have to check my model. Anyway, somehow I've stuck the better portion of my hand in my left palette. So there's the book, the sword, the
And then
gem.
whatever's
Bobby, I
if
guess.
it is the gem, it's whatever artifact lays
Baba
in
Yaga.
Berez.
Baba Yaga, not Baba Yaga.
So, and she told us that we need to gather the 3 artifacts, then our
Here, Becca.
ally, and then we can attempt to take on Strahd.
The ally. This the ally?
The ally is the Mad Mage.
Oh. Alright. You have 1. You have to get all 3 before?
We need all 3 artifacts first. So that's the tome, which we have. We need the sword from the Brothers' Crypt, from Sergei's Crypt in Ravenloft, and we need whatever is located in Berez, which we know that there's a gem there, but we don't know of something else. If there's
And we
something
won't,
else.
but and to find the Mad Mage to the north, we have to talk to the Mother's Grave?
No, we need to locate the Mad Mage, which we know
Right.
where to find him. It's just a matter of making
So-
contact. We know he's to the north of Lake Zarvik.
Right, okay.
The
The Mother's
the
Grave
mother's grave The Mother's Grave was my reading, and it was to find your enemy, look to the Mother's tomb.
Oh. All right. So we need to go, basically, to kill Strahd. We need to enter Ravenloft. Inside Ravenloft, we should attempt to destroy the gem or collect the gem. One or the two. And search the brother's crypt for a sword. And we should also go to Berez and get rid of the hag before heading to the Mad Mage's house. That is basically our steps. We can go to the hag first. We could do.
Well, we need to go to Berez first. I feel, because it's closer.
Oh, of course, yeah. Than going all the way to Ravenloft. But yeah. So let's go to the. We can go to Berez, and then we can go to the castle, and we can go to the north. I feel like going to the castle, and when you're not about to kill Strahd is the scariest thing that we could possibly do. It's like just being in the castle. You know? He could kill you while you're there. There's no
He
reason.
could kill us. He could kill us where we stand. He could kill us anywhere.
Well,
He's
yes.
he's toying with us, I feel.
Yeah. There's that. There is that.
He's had the ability to kill us in almost every encounter.
Maybe.
I'm back. I had to take the dogs out.
We've only just been discussing what the hell we're gonna do next. It seems like we need to go to Berez and fight the hag next, which was pretty much our plan anyway, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we stopped at the tower as possibly a place to spend the night because we couldn't make it to Berez
Right. Because we couldn't make it to Berez, so we stopped here first.
before dark. Yeah.
Well, one of the two things is I want to know more about Esmeralda and Kazam. I think that's how you say it.
Well, Kazan was the wizard that built the tower. And then Esmeralda was Van Richten's apprentice.
Well, I know that, but don't they have their own storylines?
Yeah, I mean, you can ask when Avalar gets back. You can ask Van Richten.
Huh. I mean, I don't know of anything.
Apologize, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Coffee running through me.
It's okay. We're just talking about what we're doing.
Yep. I think there's a lot to digest there.
So I think we're gonna go. We think we need to go to Berez and fight the hag. We found out that we went over the cards, our tarot cards, our tarot readings, or whatever. So we know we need to go to Berez to find whatever lies there. We need to go then we need to go to the castle and
Retrieve the sword from Sergei's crypt.
retrieve the sword from Sergei's crypt and possibly destroy the heart. Or maybe that is something that needs, or at least do some recon enough to find out whether or not that needs to happen later. And
Depending on whatever quest you decide to go on, I wouldn't face him until you're ready.
yeah, so do you believe attacking the heart would draw the wrath of him immediately?
I'm sure he would know. Oh, I'm definitely sure he will know.
Okay.
There's a connection.
Okay, so then maybe that is something that needs to be left until last. So we would have to enter the crypt only. Oops, sorry. In search for just the sword before heading north of the lake.
Yeah, to the wizard. Nim, you said you had questions?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's getting dark out because I'm getting tired. Were you okay? You said that it's easy to get into. I want to know more about the Esmeralda. And do you know her background?
Well, yes, it's my apprentice.
Well, I'm curious. What do you know about her?
All right, hang on. She's my protege. Let me do a quick reading here real quick. I didn't really completely prep her. Well, she's a protege. She was part of the family that kidnapped my son. She was a little girl then. And delivered my son to the clutches of a vampire.
Oh. Is that
She
why
is Vistani.
Is that why you decided to break off or try to separate from her?
No, I was. The Vistani family that did that cursed me. And I believed the same fate that happened to my son would happen to her. So I left.
Oh. Would you mind enlightening us about the curse?
I believed that the curse would affect anybody that was close to me. But I don't, after years of research, I don't believe those curses are real. But now that she found me here, I have to find her before Strahd does. Because he would definitely use that against me. But beware. Okay. It is known throughout this land of Vistani's women, the older women, have the ability to curse. I have seen proof of this. So I, myself, superstitiously believed it. So I isolated myself from anybody getting close to me. That was my fault. Including her. She's like a daughter to me now.
Okay. Have you been in her wagon?
I just happened to notice here when I came back from Valaki. No, I have not. Knowing her, I'm sure she tracked it.
Okay, and have you noticed that the wolf marks turn into feet? Like a man's feet?
Oh,
The
that's the
paw prints
werewolves
out-
that always. That's the werewolves that always attack around here.
So
They're
they
up
do.
from the northwest.
So they shift into man. Turn it down, please.
Yes,
Hold
so werewolves. They're werewolves. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just making sure.
They call themselves the children of Mother Night because they worship that deity.
So my guess is the hunters are the ones that hunt they hunt the werewolves. There's hunters.
Witch hunters.
I remember we had crossed paths with a bunch of hunters. So I was curious if that's the type of wolf that they were hunting.
They're just general gatter hunters. They're out looking for the daughter of Lestan, I think you remember. When you cross paths with him.
Yeah,
The hunters in the Blue Water Inn?
I think so.
Yeah, that's probably who she's talking about. The two hunters. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they had wolf pelts with them and whatnot. I think they were wearing them.
It's not a question that he will be able to answer.
It was more
There are
like
many-
a general statement than a question, like an out loud question
Oh.
statement thing.
There are
I'm
many
just thinking
hunters
about
who-
everything.
Though there's
Yes.
many hunters, there's also werewolves, but there's also wolves that are controlled by Strahd that prowl these forests. Valaki has hunters that, and of course you see with this wolf's head on their wall spikes, are just regular wolves themselves. Not to say those two particular hunters could be werewolf hunters. I would doubt it very much so, given they wouldn't last 2 seconds.
Huh, okay. If we happen to get into Esmeralda's caravan, what would happen?
Hey, that's a
I'm
real
sure
one.
she'd be annoyed.
She'll come for the 5 bits.
Thank you for the 5 bits. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I'm sure she'd be annoyed, wouldn't you? Somebody going through your private things.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking she. I don't know.
Well,
But do we care? Do you really care? If we go take a poke around?
if the better finds out where she might have went, then no. It is getting late. I must relax. Feel free to stay at the tower. It's probably the safest place here in Barovia, as much as any place can be. At least he can't use his magic here. Not to say he can't personally show up at the door. But anyways, I will need to find El Dorado quick.
One thing before you retire for the evening. If her wagon is here and she is not, do you fear something has happened to her, or would that not be uncommon for her to be somewhere without her wagon? The horses are gone as well, but I mean, could they have fallen prey to the werewolves?
Oh, no. They're probably magic horses.
Magic
She's
horses.
not. She's not allowed.
Magic horses. Yes. It's not even known, again, to play with magic a little bit. I assume if I sit in the pilot seat and saying a command word, we'll spawn some courses. And no, it's not unnormal for her to do that, especially with stealth as required. I don't see, besides the werewolf tracks, I don't see much damage done to the wagon, scratch markers, or any shape of any kind of breaking, entering, or vandalism, or anything like that, where she might have had a rough run in. And if Strahd would have found her by now, I'm sure he would have already played his hand on that towards me. So he's been trying to locate me, but since I've been in Barovia. But lucky for my hat and my ring, he can't find me.
Your hat and ring, what? They're enchanted as well.
Oh yes, that's how I keep up my disguise. Oh, I haven't took it off yet. I'm still this half elf bard. As he takes off his ring and becomes a old human, little short individual. The monster hunter that Zephyr recognizes from the legends in his books. And she's not here to play her backstory. It's been priming since we started this. That's all good. Yes, he has a hat of disguise and a ring of mind shielding.
Those definitely seem like they must come of great use here in Barovia.
Oh, indeed.
All talk has. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else
What?
either.
Al, feel free to stay here for the night. And I think it's a good place to stop the session, let you guys digest a little bit of that, and come back if you want to ask more questions or plan going forward. He's going to sleep, and I'm going to be looking for Esmeralda come morning. So he's going to be out and about. And that's a good place to end the session. Kind of a lore dump a little bit.
Yep.
So,
Interesting.
a little bit of twists, a little bit of turns in the story.
Yeah.
I think I got a lot out. There's obviously some more questions you could ask, but it is a mystery of what this was kind of what Curse of Strahd is.
Yeah. I'm still running through my head stuff that's like questions that we had as we were playing.
Yeah. It's all right. So take the week
Yeah.
and write it down if you have to what the questions are had, because now you got a couple people in play that can give you some answers. You can always go back to Madame Eva too. You're basically at a point where there's many places to go. There's always something there for you that develops into the main story. But right now, if you haven't discovered yet, you are kind of in a treasure hunt phase. So
Yeah.
Yep. We're at that point where we're ready to get out there and running around and stuff.
And keep in mind, just because you finished the area doesn't mean you tapped it for all its information.
Yeah. Yep.
And
we can go back to places.
Yeah. That being said, Wallaki is the only place really to buy things, despite what happened there. But I think from a story point of view, there's some still stuff there, and as well as Krezk. You're not complete with Krezk yet.
Well, if
So,
given the half chance, we're gonna go and raid the hell out of that part. That's for damn sure.
yeah. So again, as I said before when we first started, don't think of it as a truly dungeon crawl kind of thing, even though it's a big sandbox style where you finish one room or level and you're done with it. It doesn't work that way here. So
Yep.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. It's a mystery with the lore coming through.
It's a
And there's
mystery.
always something, and there's things that are darker than Strahd. What was that all about? Look in the land of Barovia, where Strahd is the lord. What is darker than Strahd? I think Madame Eva told you that. You probably don't remember that Strahd made a pact with something to become the vampire that he is. So, with that. Thank you for the biddies again.
Yeah, Shogun. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. Thank you hanging out. And I know all about feeding the baby time. I get all that. And thank you again. Next week, we should be good. From personal, I won't be streaming on Tuesday, but we'll definitely be back Wednesday. And of course, Friday for Strahd. And then I believe Waterdeep's going down on Thursday.
We should be good on Thursday for Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Check it out. And I'll just put it out there again. It's the last week, the week of the 27th. I will not be able to DM. I'll be actually overtime at work on a plant shutdown, unfortunately. So we'll get out of this month a little bit. And of course, we got some holidays coming up, but we should be pretty clear there. And we'll keep it going. That's pretty cool.
Which cards did we get?
So I had the notes on that. So I did a little different. If you're familiar with Strahd, I did a little bit different with this group. Long story short, the deck that you found is not Madame Eva's deck. That was the one with the reading. And what I did was I gave each character a card that represents their background story.
Yeah.
So when we did that session, it was kind of funny with the dolls that they had. They had the Blinky dolls with them that were left on when they got brought into Barovia, and inside those dolls were cards that they each pulled. And we got the 9 of Swords.
Yep.
The 9 of Stars.
Yep.
In position 2. Position 3 was the 2 of Swords. And position 4 was the high card, the Broken, which was Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5 position was the high card, Raven.
Yep.
The Raven card. Now, that's my notes. I can't read into much more what they're about. I had to pull up another thing to read you what each one of those meant from a flavor text point of view. I think that's in
I mean, I have it like shorthand. You know.
Gotcha.
So it's
I looked, but I didn't see it.
But
Right.
so
Full description.
Balfier's card was the 9 of Swords, which was the Torturer.
Okay.
And then it was history to better understand your enemy. Coming of Suffering, Town Not Well, House of Corruption, Room of Still Ghosts, First Treasure, Knowledge of the Ancient. And then Tarnok got the Conjurer, the 9 of Stars, which is a powerful force, good and protection. Coming of a supernatural threat, Dead Village Drowned, ruled by one who brought great evil, artifact of great power. Zephyr's was Broken, high card. Light on ally that will help in battle. Wizard, Mind Broken, spells strong to the north. Kirkles was the Paladin, the 2 of Swords, which was power and strength. Can't read my own writing. Something of Vengeance, Sword of Sunlight, Sleeps with Prince, Servant of Light, Brother of Darkness, Treasure Lies Within. And then mine was the Raven, high card. Enemy, Darkness. To find your enemy, look to the Mother's Tomb.
Right. So the knowledge of Ancient was the Tomb of Strahd, which you already found in that handout. And yes, they're aware of Baba Yaga from the Wizard of Wines run with the 3 gems that was mentioned. And of course we know one was where the Druids took and made the Ent, and we got that back. And then the gentleman explained about the third one, in which baby Baba Yaga took the night that his son was supposed to be watching, and he thought he was frolicking with his wife, then girlfriend, if you will. Find out that was not the case. That it was attacked by Baba Yaga and took the gem. And we let that out a little bit because of the card reading, which is by the river. So it was kind of putting 2 to 2 together there. So, and yes, we're gonna go see Baba Yaga. Probably looks like next week. Looks like.
Probably.
Long story short, if you're familiar with the campaign, they mentioned a third gem in the book, but they didn't give you back history on what happened to the gem. They said it was disappeared centuries ago. I added another flavor, which we just found out tonight, which was the glass heart of Strahd. If you're familiar with that, good. I'm not going to explain any further because it's still a live lore that's going on right now. I have to figure out what that's about. But so I added that part to explain the glass heart in the castle. That I think you can put two together that probably Strahd took that. Yeah, she is your favorite. She's a lot of people's favorite, and it's gonna be a fun time when we get there. Oh man. And yes, is no good is no Blinksy. Yeah, we met Blinksy right before the rebellion happened. They got to meet Blinksy. So I was gonna do a little something with the dolls because each one of the characters are carrying a doll that looks like themselves. But I kind of got away from it. But I was gonna do something funny with that. But it kind of got messed up because of some of the players, for real life reasons, had to leave. So the whole idea kind of fell apart there.
And I don't have a doll or a card.
Yeah, you came in a little differently, so we didn't go through the death house with you. So, oh man, yes,
I have my own.
Yeah, the live paint, yeah, it is coming out good. Also, I wish I still have it. It's on YouTube. I think I already put the videos up on our YouTube, but I ran Death House a little different than what's written in the general book. I think it turned out bad. We did what's called a skill challenge. That was was it 4E that I got that from? I remember talking about it. I think it was 4E that I got it from.
It was either 4th or 3-5.
So after you did the whole ritual down the basement, if you're familiar with the run, you have to kind of run out of the house, and it gave you various obstacles that the way it was written in the book, but it was kind of like cheesy. So what we ran was a skill check, which is basically you had several things in front of you that you had to pass or fail depending on your check, and a number that was known to me would determine whether you fail or not, whether you made it out of the house or not. And at that time, we ended up having one of them get caught in fog, and got attacked by Strahd, and then the whole party died in the mist, and then woken up in the carriage being brought to Barovia. So we still ain't figured that part out yet, which is a shame because half the players there are not here now. Was that a dream, or was it real?
There's the
Actually,
question,
I probably could say it. Actually, I could probably say it because since Corgol's not here, because there's a lot I was going to be playing off of that, playing with him. But that was a dream when you guys were brought in from the Vistani and put you around the fire.
Camera, that's for sure.
That was the dream that you're in, that you dreamt the Death House. So somehow you kept the swords and things of that nature. You're still in the carriage ride to the gates. So the Death House was a dream that became real.
Nice.
So I meant to do more with that. Of course, Kurgle and the other cat. Shoot, geez.
Biz,
Nil.
Nil, and
No.
Balfour.
yeah, but there was,
Balfour
and there's another one.
Oh,
the one that,
Well, Farrah's character, but what was Farrah's character?
Farrah's
Crom?
character was Crom.
Crom, right. He went toe to toe with the water genie and lost. Almost lost.
Did lose.
He almost went toe to toe with the water genie. That was a great run to that church where Corgo opened up his genie bottle and sucked Crom in. That was a nice sidebar thing that we did there.
That was cool. That was
was
a
like one of
really
the
cool way to
craziest
play
things.
that.
Yeah.
So Corgo was a Grum warlock that had a deity to a water genie that was sent. Well, he came in Barovia, but he had a pact with him to collect souls for the genie, and now he's in Barovia. He piqued the interest of the deity to pick various things out of Barovia since it was a pocket dimension, and he was trying to give him the vampire because they were wrestling with a vampire, and he got caught in a grapple and was about to get bit when Corgo unleashed the genie and asked him if this one was good enough, and the vampire, since they were grappled, the vampire passed his roll, and Crom didn't, and Crom went in. So, oh man, how we keep our video feeds and cam straight? Tech issues. So, we use Ninja, OBS Ninja, and Awesome Bully there does all the technical things in the background for me, so I can concentrate running.
We're actually. Well, keep an eye out. All right. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we might be able to help you out. We'll see.
We'll do it tomorrow. Is that fine?
Indeed.
We have plans. There's
Yeah,
plans.
we have plans. We have some things we're working on.
We're planning to make plans.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, hit us up in Discord, man. I'll help you.
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. Hit us up in Discord and ask us whatever you want to know, and we'll help you out. We'll help get you going however we can.
For sure. Some of those plans, I always highly suggest, and not from a promotion standpoint, is go ahead and exclamation point links to bring up our links and subscribe to our YouTube channel because there will be some interesting stuff coming out that's in the works besides the session streams.
You got that?
Looks good.
No. You got the band?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
And Tim, thank you very much. And yeah, no problem, Shogun. And with that, we've been chatting long enough. I think hope you enjoyed it and hope you enjoyed the week. And I'll see you guys and everybody next week. So
You want to? We got quick raid. I got 20 sides and TPK roleplay, both playing D&D.
I think we did 20 sides.
Yeah,
At least
TPK has
Wednesday
only
we
got
did.
13 watching, so we could drop by there.
Ooh, and they're doing Rhyme and Frost baiting. Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Oh, are they? Yeah. Okay, let's check that out.
But we're not allowed to watch.
We're not allowed to watch.
You and me aren't.
I'll do what I want. When I want.
Avalar wants to run it. We're not allowed to watch.
I don't care. I can separate player knowledge from PC knowledge. I'll do what I want when I want.
All right, I'm not allowed to watch.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All right. Good night, Shogun. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Raid away.